Yo, good to see you guys, and we are live. Glad to have you all in. It's good to be back. Haven't been in the game for like 3 days, so it feels like it's been an eternity. So I haven't really seen what's been going on other than just some headlines and people just like, hey, it's fake. Charlie's not dead. It's all AI and kind of things like that. So I don't really know what's going on. It's going to be interesting to see, try and catch. Good to see you guys. We are joined by Charles, Luca, PJ, and Roger. Hope you guys are doing well.
All good, sir. All good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, good to see you.
Glad to have you guys in.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this whole it's fake business?
Me personally,
I disagree.
Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair play. I disagree as well. I mean, I do recognize it. There seems like there's some dodginess in videos and that. I mean, I've had the ring thing seem to swap hands, but then I've had pictures of the ring actually falling off the hand, of the ring, because it's a hinged ring. I've had it falling off. There's been expert military people saying about vest stuff and all that kind of thing. I recognize the dodginess with it. I recognize the psyop kind of signals, the numerology, all that kind of crap. But what I'm saying is, like I just said before this, who's to say he's not? It happened. He died. This thing happened, and then a psyop is made afterwards, using the situation. Not everything is a psyop from the start. Not everything is that way. They can make psyops afterwards, after the fact. I do recognize it seems like there's a bit of dodginess, but is that because people are searching for dodginess and seeing too much into stuff? I don't know. But I've seen both sides. I've seen it where people say, well, the ring definitely looks like it's fingers. And it does.
Well, the thing is, it's one of those open ring fingers. Open. So it's possible that it went open, from that open and it fell.
Well, I do have pictures of side. I do have pictures of one of the side video views where you actually see the ring going from the middle and it opening, going to that finger, then here, and then there. It's actually away from his hand. I've got pictures in WhatsApp.
But I mean, it also sounds like they said something because someone was moaning about the bullet and the way the shirt was waving. But I heard from the one video, apparently they say he had body armor underneath.
He did.
And that caused that whole ripple. That's why that one letter disappeared, because if you've ever shot at body armor, you'll see it do this. But because it missed, it shot him in the neck. That's why he died. So obviously the person who shot him knew that he had body armor on.
Yeah. Yes, and they usually wear the body armor too low. So it needs to be up here. So when your neck, that way it can't hit your vitals. But apparently he wore it too low, like most people do. A trained assassin knew this, like Jackal style. There's no way a 22-year-old did this.
But that's the thing.
Knew exactly where he knew exactly where to fire it and the trajectory of the bullet to bounce up and hit the neck.
That's perfect.
There's no way it's AI.
Marksmanship, though.
Marksmanship and skill, and you can't. It was mass trauma for everyone to see. So it was intentional, and it wasn't a 22-year-old. And there's no way that he assembled the weapon, unassembled it, then reassembled it in the woods, and then they found the casing there on a bolt-action rifle, which is very similar to Oswald's rifle. How weird and symbolic. And so, and then please tell me what happened to the jet on the airway 15 minutes later, leaving the runway and turns off its transponder. That's the killer. So the FBI once again is covering for something.
Yeah, I do believe this. I do believe there is some how can I say, false flags placed into it afterwards, probably to try and discredit some things. But as for my opinion, yes, Charlie Kirk really was assassinated. Was it by that guy? I doubt it was him, because I don't think he would be a good enough marksman to do what was happening. Exactly. Do I think there was AI? No, I think it's just things that could be explained, like I said, the body armor and the ring and things.
Yes.
One thing I do not like is things like RV, pushing oh, they caught the guy at 33 minutes, so therefore it's all fake.
Yeah.
Right.
That to me is total nonsense.
I agree with you there. It's probably not the shooter, but I do agree that I do think he's gone. I do think he's gone.
Oh,
Well,
I 100%. I agree with that.
It was America, so being in America, well, seeing as it was, the shooting took place in America, could explain how a 22-year-old was, got his hands on a rifle.
Yeah, anybody can get their hands on a rifle. That's not the point. The point is you have to be a trained marksman to do the shot that he did.
Yeah.
The fact is that guy there's no actual information on the guy that has ever even held a gun before.
Correct.
Okay? This is literally trained snipership, what is happening, especially the angle it was taken.
Yeah.
You're not going to just pick up anybody and just shoot like that. It's impossible. And especially how quick he had to literally disarm that weapon and get off the roof and nail that down and get out. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense.
I dare say he's like a patsy or just a face to use it.
He's definitely a patsy.
Yeah, he's definitely. I'd say he's a patsy.
Yeah, and who's going to take a hot barrel and shove it down their pants leg, man? Come on.
Yeah, and then jump off the roof, which is about 20 to 15 feet, and then no one saw a rifle there either. I mean, there's a lot of funny business. Don't get me wrong, but AI, no, he died.
Of course,
Oh,
on
yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
That was on purpose. Yeah,
and I'm going to say it out straight. If you guys claim he never died, it's all AI, get your head checked. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You're sick. Get your head checked. It's simple as if you don't like it, that's your problem.
I've done a few videos. One on with Sneeko. No, Sneeko turned. The big YouTuber. He's Islamic. He turned to Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's probably a fake Islamic.
The thing is, Sneeko's starting to have a lot of doubts about Islam because ever since he converted, he's had a lot of issues like, oh, now you can't buy a house, you can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't have women. I mean, he did everything against what Islam is.
Well, what had happened, he put on his Twitter page or whatever it was, can't remember, he put in prayers for Charlie Kirk and peace in America, and all his Muslim commenters come in
saying, let him burn in hell forever.
Yes,
yeah, they're proud of it.
Yeah, and what Sneeko is, I mean, I like him now. I didn't used to like him, but he thinks like a Christian, but he's in Islam. He thinks like a Christian, like Dave Wood said. He's thinking like a Christian because he's saying to him, what, you really think God wants you to pray against him and not even pray for him at all? You really think that? And that's what Islam says. Yes, that's what Islam says. So he needs to come to Christ.
But that's the thing that's sad, though. Islam doesn't like Charlie Kirk because he's a Christian and he was standing for Israel.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The lefties don't like Charlie Kirk because he was speaking out against their lifestyle.
Right. Because
it goes against Christianity values.
Right.
Okay. Now you're getting people saying, "Oh, well, Israel did it. The Mossad took him out because." He questioned them, but he was literally a supporter of Israel.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're getting people making streams. Oh, this. Sorry for this expression, but the small hats did it. I don't like that expression, but that's what they're saying. The small hats did it
without proof.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, but that's all they ever do is they never give evidence for it. They just claim it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this guy, this is the video that David sent me. Exactly, David. This video was the one that Michael sent me as well. I haven't watched it yet. But he's explaining the body armor and stuff, which is actually very good. I saw a piece here where he shows... There. He actually explains it really well, apparently.
Hold on before you start, Flats. I was watching a couple of videos that Charlie actually put out. They were expecting something like this to happen himself. That's why he had all those security guards around him. They were expecting somebody to try something on him. He made a lot of people mad on campuses. So.
But that's the thing. He has been getting a lot of threats.
Yeah.
Okay. And you would just out of that, you would think, okay, yeah, well, someday you're going to meet some psycho person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously they had to take a chance and, like I said, place body armor and all that. But this was very specific. This wasn't just a crazed guy that just is, I'm just going to take this guy out. This is like, this is trained things. These are not something that has no experience in this. That's what I'm trying to say. So I highly doubt that was the guy.
Right.
Well, I don't know. ChatGPT makes some good points.
ChatGPT doesn't mean anything.
Well, it makes some good points.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to surrender my whole life to ChatGPT, and we'll go with that. All right. I'm not going to.
Luca, think for yourself, brother. Think your own.
Yeah, I'm the same there. Like, he's definitely gone. I don't think the gunman. You know, I don't.
Well, ChatGPT says it was shot at relatively close range, right?
200 yards.
Yeah, I heard 146 yards exactly from the time that the bullet left to. You can measure it.
It's hard to make a shot at 75 yards like that, dude. With a full action rifle. Yeah.
Yes. Even on a.
And if you listen to the echo of it, it's quite on time. So yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a bullet in the air. I mean, it's not that, and it's one shot. So.
And also, guys, at about 200 yards, if your grouping is not quite perfect, you're going to be quite off. That's why I said this is real marksmanship. This isn't an everyday Joe just thinking, I'm going to take this guy out because he called my boyfriend a fag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. Just use common sense, because critical thinking tells you that doesn't make sense when you put it all together.
Have you shot a rifle?
Yes.
At 142 yards?
I shot a 300 Win Mag from 200 yards, and I was about 2 feet off my target. And I am not good. I'm not skilled at it. Don't
do it at the windy day, though. It's even harder.
So I guess it's not implausible.
And no Coriolis was ever
non-trained or non-marksman took that shot from 142 yards away, since it is within the range of someone unskilled could make that shot.
Even at 150 yards, it's a very hard shot to get at the neck. He knew there was a body plate.
Just a point to be objective about it. Like, Vicky does make a point in WhatsApp to me. She says, the gunman's dad was a police officer for 27 years. He could have learned to shoot through that. But even policemen ain't marksmen. Not brilliant marksmen, you know. They usually fire with pistols and stuff, not rifles and that. But it is a possibility, babe, but it's more likely that he's a patsy. I would say.
Yeah.
Was it indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Outdoors.
Okay.
He had to be on a roof.
Shoot 200 yards indoors?
How
are you going to shoot 200 yards indoors? See, there's a video.
Yeah, there he is.
The guy running and he's jumping down.
Yeah.
Now they're claiming that's the guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the way he's running and stuff, it doesn't seem like sorry to say, a queer kind of guy. Something very off about it.
It's very off. It's very strange. It just doesn't. You have to have a diversion
very
too.
Calculated. Yeah, it seemed very calculated.
Yeah. Let's release this, then we'll give them that. And then the FBI said the people did it. It was the people. That way they gather you into it so you feel like you're a part of it. It's very, very cold and calculated. It was this was highly executed and planned. And even the position of the roof, it had to be from one position. This was planned.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right now.
Okay. Now think about this. These kids that with the computers say it's all CGI and stuff. They have never been out in the real world taking shots, dealt with any of this at all. And it seems like this generation is just going to be like glued to a TV screen, even worse than I was when I was growing up. You know?
Yeah. And But as long as I had some practice shooting, I could probably hit relatively close to a target 142 yards away.
Really?
So
Have you
it's
done
not-
that before?
It's not
Well,
easy, dude.
No, I haven't shot a gun. Well, I've shot like a what's it called? A BB gun, I think.
Okay.
Man. All right.
Have you seen the kick? Let me explain the kick of a 300 Win Mag. If you don't have a muzzle brake on that, do you know what that is?
Well, I know I've heard of kickbacks before from like big
It's
guns.
Normally called recoil is the word you're looking for.
Recoil, or the recoil on that is tremendous. So you will be humbled, Luca, if you've ever been hunting, if you've ever been target, an open field target. We've had them over here. So it's very challenging. It's not easy.
I mean,
Very.
I've only heard of the recoil for like a 38 Magnum or something, like a really. A rifle would probably have less recoil than a 38 Magnum.
Yeah.
Then a what?
Than like a Magnum, or
Rifles.
Why are
have
you going to
more-
shoot with a Why would you shoot with a Magnum at 200 yards?
Yeah. A rifle is definitely a better gun
The-
to shoot longer distances.
Yes, that's why.
And
long.
Wait.
Yeah.
Different weapons
the
have
rifle-
different
a rifle-
purposes, Luca. You're not going to use
Yeah.
a pistol to shoot long range. You're not going to use a shotgun to
yeah, I
shoot long
know.
range.
But that wasn't my point.
Okay, so
My point is that a rifle is meant to be shot longer distances. So the recoil wouldn't be that much.
what rifle did they say the
I
guy
don't
used though?
think.
It was a Mauser, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well, that's the rifle they found.
Yeah.
AR-15, yeah.
No, a Mauser.
No, it wasn't an AR-15.
Oh,
Yeah, a
That's-
field assault rifle. Yeah, that makes sense for a sniper to use. No.
No,
Dude.
I think Butler. I think the guy at Butler did. He tried to use an AR. I think that.
Look,
But-
you can still use an AR at 200 yards if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
Probably
But-
hitting more than one shot to hit your target. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's also that can be very tricky.
yeah. It gets
Very,
trickier.
very tricky.
I think someone said it was a 300 Win Mag or a 308. A
I would think a
308.
308 rather.
308.
Because looking at the bullet size as well in the short, when it's shot, looks like quite lengthy.
Yeah.
I think
The
Saab
farther
has
you
one.
get back, the grouping gets further and further away.
Hmm. But that's also the thing. That's why I say the guy had to be kind of trained, because he had to get his grouping quite perfectly set before he even went there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he had to really know how he's going to hit his target perfectly first shot. Especially because what they said, there were 3 rounds or something. That's all they had in there.
That's usually what the clip holds. Yeah. Like my
So-
M1, my carbine actually is basically the same thing. And
And I
the
mean, if he
original-
missed that first shot,
You'd have to reslide the bolt.
he wouldn't
too.
be able to get another shot because he would
Exactly.
just be straight down under the table.
Exactly.
my carbine's not a bolt action though. But it had a 3 clip when it came with it. You get bigger clips for it.
The Mauser that's what was found. And then it had engravings on there.
Yeah,
On
I heard
the
about that.
bullets.
Yeah, he was saying it's like, what
I
are those
did see
engravings
that,
he was
yeah.
saying?
Pretty horrible stuff. Yeah.
Some
Like-
biblical stuff too, wasn't it?
Threatening him.
But you see, that to me kind of makes it sound like
It's planted.
like it's planted. Exactly.
It
They
was-
want to pin the left against the right kind of thing. Does it not seem that way?
Yes.
And all this talk of CGI is just muddy in the waters, I think.
Well,
and then he leaves the
yes, the news is 100%. Well, I'd say like 98% propaganda. Like for the left and right, it depends on which news you're going to, but it's largely propaganda at this point.
Look, you sound like a conspiracy theorist. Propaganda.
I mean, I do agree with some things. Well, a little bit of what you guys say.
Why do you disagree with us then?
Yeah.
Well, just the the other conspiracy theorists, other like FE and the 9/11 and the other things.
But that's what I'm trying to get through to people.
Really...
Even 9/11 things, yes, false flag kind of things, okay, but the deaths really happened, and I wish people understand this. Even in hoaxes and stuff, people really do die. Okay, it's not like people don't die, and people's lives literally get affected. And I mean, look what we're reading now. Bro Sanchez says it didn't happen.
He's an idiot.
That's sick. To
I
me, that's really
him
sick.
He's an idiot. What? Exactly. You know,
yeah.
Remember, there's children, there's family.
You
know what I mean? There's brothers, possibly sisters, aunties, uncles, wife. You know what I mean? There's all that involved. You know what I mean? And if which I believe he is dead, then that's horrid. Horrid. Whether you believe he's dead or not, it's horrid what they're saying about celebrating a dead man.
Yes, that's the real problem, PJ.
Yeah,
is the people that are actually celebrating that and okay with this, and I mean,
right, exactly. I mean, I think
it is dark.
I think he's gone. I think he's dead, absolutely. But even if you think he's not, it's disgusting what they're saying.
But you know what's the irony about this? The same people that are celebrating his death are the same people who are moaning, "Oh, people don't care about our rights. People don't care about us."
Right. Yeah,
they're mad about something. I don't know. Or happy about it.
Some of the left now, they're whining. Some of them are whining. They lost their jobs. Oh, we've got kids. We lost our jobs because. Well, did you see what you were spewing? You were spewing about a man with kids that died.
Yeah, like that one guy that went to the memorial and started videotaping people and hollered names at people.
Yeah, remember the one we showed last night? That dude with the thing out there live streaming, celebrating it and all that on his TikTok.
And he lost his job, right? Yeah.
He lost his job, but he didn't see that in the video last night, but he was one of them that lost his job, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, no. Oh, no, he did. Remember, no, it was just in the video that the guy said he probably doesn't work. He probably just does TikTok. But no, I think he lost his job.
Yeah,
for a good reason.
The things he, I used to listen to him every once in a while, and then it's really ramped up about what he's been talking about. And it was all Christ-centered, man. I mean, it was some beautiful stuff. He was never like, he didn't go to pick fights on college campuses. He just had open debate. And so even if you disagreed with him, you know what I'm saying? And so one of the things, the things that are happening is people are starting to listen to what he was talking about. It's all over the internet. And man, he's saying some really good things. I was just, no wonder why he was killed. Because what he was saying was, follow Jesus, love your wife as Christ loves the church. I mean, man, he was saying some stuff that
scriptural stuff.
Jesus got, And so,
Charles, he was exposing idiocracy, dude. Look at the people that came and debated him, man. Their responses and stuff. Their logic is extremely flawed, and he showed them out in public on a regular basis.
And he didn't do it in a demeaning way, Roger. He did it in a way that, just helps you critically think. And people are like, yeah, he's got a point, because these kids go into college and they get indoctrinated. And it's the doctrine of demons. Right. You can be whatever you want, do whatever you want. It's
what I wilt shall be the whole
exactly.
Yeah.
And so he was being a light in that place, and he turned a lot of people to Christ.
Right.
So
yeah, a lot of those tenured professors that preach that stuff probably didn't like it at all.
Nope. And see, what he was doing is he's shining that light in the darkness, and even in his death, he's shining the light in the darkness and exposing the darkness.
That's a good enough reason probably to get rid of them, shut them up.
Yeah.
Stop exposing what the education really is, and it's not an education.
Exactly. And I know the Kirk's family one day will all be reunited in heaven. And so that's the kind of faith that we have to have, because we're not promised tomorrow.
Right. Exactly right.
There is a positive thing out of this, though.
Yes.
A lot of people are picking it up and saying it's inspiring them now to talk against things that he was talking against as well.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
And
I mean, you
that
might,
is.
if people
Did you
don't
see
agree
that?
with him, if people don't agree with him, there's one thing you cannot disagree on. He was for the truth. He stood for what he believed in.
Yes.
And I 100% have always supported him and never seen him as a fake.
Nope.
And it's sad to see that people in the FA community are trying to smear him bad and call him a fake and, or shill just because they want to see things that aren't there.
Yep.
And I don't know what's more sad, the people pushing it or the people just believing it.
Right.
Have you seen that thing going on in London too? Like millions of people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they try to say it was 100,000 when it was like nearly
Yeah,
0.
yeah.
Good.
It was definitely
That-
more. Than
Oh,
100.
with Robbie Williams in March.
Yeah, the Tommy Robinson. Yeah.
Tommy Robinson.
That's
March,
why I say the news is you can't trust. Like, there's only 2 news sources or something you can trust that report them.
Now you're getting it, Luke.
No.
You're getting it.
Oh,
No,
but I
Luca
wouldn't
is
say,
waking up.
but the thing is, that's why you look at as much sources as possible and you see if they collaborate with each other. You know what I mean?
right.
You can't just throw all the mainstream media away as well. Obviously, don't just trust them straight, but
No.
look at a whole bunch of as much sources as possible. Even the mainstream media with, independent people, and then you can collaborate to see if they're actually what's in them. Because not all the time from mainstream media is false. Not everything.
No, of course not. Not everything. Not everything. But I
Most
mean,
of it is,
it
not everything.
does seem to be like with big news media organizations sort of thing. There does seem to be like an agenda where either one's far left and one's kind of far right. There does seem to be that as well. But yeah, you don't throw absolutely everything out. No.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Roger Little, for $5. Woo, appreciate it. He says, not just saying this. Hit those likes and share the show. Yeah, guys, now you have to do it. He paid for it. Please, guys, hit the likes. Please, it really, really does help, and share the show.
Yes.
You guys rock. But yeah, if anybody in the YouTube lands has any thing to say on this, you're more than welcome to come in and hit the link and tell us what you believe. Yeah. Because ChatGPT doesn't really worry to us.
Fair play what Vicky just said in there. Says the hate I've seen from the left is shocking. More people are finding God and seeing what is wrong with this world. People are standing up for what's right. Yeah, absolutely.
But no, the more depressing news coming. The people are still pushing the rapture on the 23rd to the 25th.
No.
Why?
They're still pushing it quite badly.
Like, look, listen, there might possibly something might happen the 23rd or 24th, but it won't be the rapture because that means someone knows the time and the hour, which would be against scripture. So it can't be the 23rd or 24th of the rapture is.
I know. Yeah. I was supposed to have an interview on the 23rd with Josh Monday, so I'm going to have to cancel that.
You'll have to cancel it.
It's going to be the greatest show ever, actually.
Wouldn't knowing the time and hour be in line with being a prophet?
Yeah, if you're a prophet, but this was actually Jesus' words himself. He actually said, "No man knoweth the time or the hour, man, or the day or the hour."
They know the hour. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That'd be like spitting in Christ's face. Like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. I know when you're coming back. Like, no.
Yeah.
Not scriptural at all, dude.
Do you know Jesus doesn't even know? Only the Father knows.
Mm-hmm.
Nor the angels in heaven. Yeah, that's right. That's right, BJ. That's right.
It's going to be a surprise. Let's put it that way.
Yep. And we're not going to be on our cell phones. People are saying that too. It's going to be on our phones. Yeah, people are preaching that.
If Jesus doesn't know when it's happening, how does Joe Blogg's YouTube channel know when it's happening? You know what I mean?
Well, because the internet's talking about it, so that means everybody knows. Look at this. Look at me. Look, put this on. Keith, I don't see any difference between your stream and Fox News. It's just Normie's right-wing news source.
What?
Whoa.
What are you talking?
He wants you to ask more questions about.
No, he doesn't like me because I support God's chosen people, Israel.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's your choice.
He doesn't like what the Bible says. So what can I say?
Yeah.
So since then, I am now discredited.
Yeah.
And the fact I got to point out, the fact that you have a hate towards someone for literally quoting scripture shows you might want to take the plank out of your eye.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I've been getting a lot of hate for literally just quoting scripture, guys. It's quite insane, especially from the so-called flat earth truther community.
I mean,
I think they need to go and recheck what they really think truth is, because unfortunately, people are letting this flat earth community down, the so-called truth community down, because they're just running with every little nonsense thing these days. Mm-hmm. And they're making the flat earth community look like nonsense. I'm sorry, it's the truth.
Yeah.
You're making it look like a joke.
I know. I believe what the Bible says about the creation of the earth.
You
don't call me a flat earther anymore. I mean, because it's so associated with a negative connotation, just opens the door for new age junk and all this crap. I believe what the Bible says, because the Bible's been undefeated so far. So God's word is true. That's it. You don't like it? Sorry. You'll see.
Hey, so what's up, man? Good to see you.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Sa.
Hello.
The character Charlie Kirk is dead. The man is not.
Why do you say that?
Because that shit was fake as hell, man.
I disagree totally with you, man.
Well, he got no blood trail from the guy
because it went inside his throat. It went inside his innards, brother. It hit his jugular, spurting water everywhere.
No. Let me tell you something about a jugular vein when it gets severed. Okay, that shit sprays. That shit sprays. There should have been blood all over that wall behind him. Okay. As they're carrying his body to the SUV, not an ambulance, to the SUV, there's no blood trail. They just tossed him in the damn thing like they did Hillary when she collapsed. They just tossed him into the dang thing. You see his ring slips from his ring finger.
We talked about that.
And he does not drop the microphone. Does not drop the microphone at all.
I've got pictures of the ring dropping and the microphone dropping.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at the thing and the microphone
and he wrapped,
in his hand as the
someone
ring
wrapped up the neck. Someone wrapped up the neck.
No, they didn't wrap up the neck. Look at the
because
footage.
You see him coming out of the tunnel. You can see him come out of the tunnel. What did they do between there?
They didn't wrap it. I'm sorry, dude. This thing was a psyop. 100%.
Oh my god!
But I want to say, just because they put him in a SUV to try to rush him to hospital and not wait for an ambulance doesn't make it fake, though.
Wait for an ambulance. There's an ambulance on site. There's an ambulance on site at any event like that. My wife works at the university. That's policy. Whenever you have a large event like that, there is an ambulance on site.
Because they picked him up. You see, they literally just picked him up and took him to the van, and then they drove with the van to the hospital.
And then immediately began breaking down his tent and cleaning up the crime scene No forensics done.
Well,
They cleaned
That's not true. That's not true. They didn't break it down.
I've got video of the guy
They have
cleaning up.
interviews of people hours afterwards, and the tent was still standing.
I've got video of the guy cleaning up the scene right after.
I'll need to amend my statement.
The Secret
So
Service,
here's the
Secret
problem.
Service was in.
That was a murder. That was a murder. You don't just take the body and stick it in a box and put it on a plane and take it across state lines before any investigation is done, before any forensics are done, no autopsy done, nothing to figure where the trajectory of the bullet or anything else like that came from, no crime scene tape. They just whisked his body away. He's dead now. Here he is. He's in a coffin. J.D. Vance. Now, this was great, too. Held it at a 33-degree angle as they put it on Air Force 2. And when they were asked why was it sitting at an angle like that, they said because to ease the pain because of the neck injury. What? If he's dead, why would you have to ease his pain? None of this thing makes sense at all. The worst crisis actor I've seen so far was the supposed widow, who doesn't even look like the original.
Wow. Okay, that's going too far, man.
No, I'm serious, man.
Supposed widow.
She's not even the same woman. I can show you pictures faced side by side.
No. Sorry, Sov. That's a bit too far. That's his
Why is that
actual
too far?
widow now because it was his wife.
Oh, because you believe in it.
It happened live. People.
Yes, I know.
What
you saw, you think was real.
Okay, are you saying he never really died? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Where's he now?
The character is dead, but the guy isn't.
How does that work? How can a character be dead but the guy's not dead?
Because that's all Charlie Kirk was a character.
No, he was an actual person. Sorry, that's
central
wrong. He was an actual person.
Well,
no, he was an actual person.
All right,
Charlie Kirk was an actual person.
Let me show you something.
He was not a character.
Now we see how.
All right, hang on a second.
Southern Soul really demonstrates himself.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Luca. Let me show you something. Take a look at this picture I've got backstage. Which one is the real Charlie Kirk? Which one? Look at the gum line. Look at the chin. Look at the eyes. Which one is the real Charlie Kirk?
Well, they have both different teeth, but
yes,
depending on how they're turned, it's not an
Look
accurate.
at the gum line. Look at the gum line.
Is different.
Yes, that's a different person. That's a different person altogether.
What if he got dental work?
Yes, it could be
another one of his wife.
It could be veneers.
Let me show you another one with his wife.
Yeah.
Well, high profile
for people that are deep in.
Hold on, Luca. Kings have had doubles too.
People do manipulate all over pictures. Absolutely.
We always have doubles. Trump has doubles. Everybody has doubles.
So how do you know what you saw then? Look
because
at this.
Because I heard a bullet and I saw the bullet.
You heard a bullet. You heard a report.
Yes, and we actually see the bullet going into the. They even have a bullet going into the, off the tip of the plate into the neck.
Okay.
So
take a look at this picture right here. This is Charlie and his wife. Two different characters completely.
No.
The only thing with that, Bob, is like one is smiling and faced, and the lighting is completely different. So it's really, and the hairstyle is different. And women change their hairstyle.
Different face, bro.
No, it's not the different face. Even my wife can look different just by smiling and things in different lights.
Not
the
that
facial
different.
features look the same to me.
The lighting, the face, could she
well,
have
I mean,
more sun?
I'm not here to dispute if you guys truly believe in it and everything.
I do.
Far be it from me to take away your belief, but I believe that that's all it is a belief because I've really dissected this shit down.
So it was you reported it to us. It was you reported it to us.
I know. Initially when it happened, and I did believe it was real when I first saw it.
But manipulation can happen.
Upon closer examination of everything involved, it's got all the earmarks of a false flag. You mean to tell me? Wait a second. They're also telling you that this shooter took a Mauser.
Don't believe it's the shooter. Don't believe
We
it's
don't.
the
We
shooter.
never.
I believe
We
it's the
never said
actor.
that. In fact, we know someone else did it. It was execution. It was an assassin, a trained assassin.
Well, here's the thing.
22-year-old
When
is a
you've got
patsy.
multiple stories. We've got a video of a guy running in the crowd with a pistol in his hand. We've got the guy that was supposedly standing there next to him. Looks like he takes and raises a pistol up and goes like
He doesn't.
this
He
under
had.
his arm.
I saw
You've
that
got
one too,
another.
Bob. That's
You've
not.
got the other view that somebody in eyewitnesses that say
That was debunked.
that they
Saab.
saw the blood
The guy
come
that
out of
goes
his
like
chest.
this. That was debunked.
That was. You got controversial stories. Now we got the George Zinn guy who happened to be at 9/11. He called in a fake bomb threat right after the Boston bombing, and then got charged with a terrorism threat, and only received probation. And then he stands up and starts going, "Just shoot me," and causing a distraction at this event. How does George Zinn? What's the odds of him being at all of these things?
Yeah.
Then they don't have the shooter. Then they do have the shooter. And first he's a MAGA guy whose dad is a sheriff. And now we find out that he wasn't, that he was all over Reddit talking about doing this stuff. And he was living with a transgender partner. The whole story keeps just evolving into more and more stupidity as you go along. This is also a mark of a false flag.
So
Okay,
is the-
apparently, looking it up, he has had dental work recently. So that explains exactly why his gums looks the way it does.
And why his face is completely different too?
Mm-hmm.
I see. It's just the
Okay.
angle, though. So
The angle.
I know. Like for me, there's a lot of problems with the shooter and all this stuff. But I'm going to disagree. He did. I believe he was assassinated for
You're
a mass.
allowed to believe that.
But
I caught a Robbie Parker. I caught a Robbie Parker vibe off of this thing right from the get-go. I watched his wife talking, and within 5 minutes of it, I was like, "This is not genuine. This is not genuine."
What would be the reason for this false flag, though? What would be the reason for the fake?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the end game of it is, and of course, we always know that the end game is not always a single purpose; that you have a multifaceted. I think that now that they're pushing this thing out there about this guy was talking all over Reddit about it, yet nobody said anything. This is so that they can push this Palantir Gideon system out there, which is basically pre-crime, scrubbing the internet and searching for any possible threats and taking them out before they possibly happen. Basically, Minority
Report. Yeah.
Right, exactly. In fact, the guy that ran the jail in Minority Report's name was Gideon. The guy in the wheelchair, his name was Gideon, same as this software program is. This is the same software that Palantir is using to target individuals and assassinate them in Israel right now. It's the very same one. They used a program called Is Daddy Home or Where's Daddy or something like that, so they could track the person until they got to their house, and then they could not only take out the guy in his house, but his entire family. I think that's one aspect of it. I think another is that there's, for some reason, they're really wanting to push people to get against the trans agenda, or to at least invoke anger toward the trans. I mean, you're telling me that this guy wrote on a shell. This is the same size shell. He wrote the entire lyrics of a song on one, and he put all the other messages on another. We've still not seen them. Well,
I believe that's an FBI. That's an FBI plant. But
okay, so now that's got to throw up a red flag. Why would the FBI want to plant something like that and not find the right guy?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they didn't really shoot Charlie, though.
Right. I'm looking at the fact that his jugular vein was severed, and there was no arterial spray. There was also no more blood after the fact. It was all done. Like once the pack is empty, it's over. We've also got Charlie's got some kind of a thing right here on his shoulder that can be seen underneath of his shirt in some scene.
He's got an armor plate. He's got armor plate on underneath his shirt.
That's not armor.
He's got armor plate on his shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about I've seen there's a vest that they have that has a blood mechanism in it that they use in movies and shit. Looks real.
But that blood came from his neck.
Yeah. It didn't,
and there was no
ricochet off the plate.
Why didn't it spray? Did Charlie have no blood pressure?
Spray.
No, it didn't. It fell.
It
Yeah,
went
yeah.
out like this.
Yeah, it
went
came out like that.
this.
When you sever
Let me go
this
to-
artery right here, you're going to paint the wall. It's not just going to go bloop like that.
No,
It's going to
didn't.
Must remember,
spray.
he,
and it's
must
going
remember
to
he
go.
sprayed and he fell. He fell
Mhm.
straight away on that
Yeah.
side.
And
So you
the
gotta go.
exit. Hey, the exit wound.
Where's
Listen,
the
the exit
entrance?
wound was. It was right off the top of the plate into the neck and went into the vitals.
Right
It's
off the top of the plate. Why didn't the shirt didn't rip? There's no hole. There's nothing. All we
Is it probably-
see is this. All we see is this.
Yeah,
We
'cause
don't see
the
the.
exit.
We see his shirt puff out.
Yeah, because
We
that's
see
the
his
that's
shirt
the
puff out.
that's the plate being impacted as it bounced. The bullet, the ammo, the bullet, bounced off of it,
Mhm.
and then you see the impact of it, and it kind of you could see the
The
trail of
I'm not
it.
gonna really,
Compression.
I'm not
not
gonna really be
impact.
able to like show like because of YouTube. I'm gonna just play and play. You'll see the blood.
I don't know. They've been
There we
showing. it
go.
on YouTube. Yeah.
See the blood coming out?
Yeah.
That's a
It's
lot of
not
blood.
spraying. It's not spraying.
It's spraying.
That's not spraying. If that was
It's literally
spraying, it would have
It's
been all over
gushing
that wall
out.
behind it.
You
Literally
want
gushing out.
If
It's
it
you
was
want it
spraying,
to be like
if you
anime
if you-
style blood spray?
Yeah,
No,
if you,
no.
Real life
if
works
you
different
sever
than
the carotid
anime.
artery, I'm telling you right now, if you sever the carotid artery, it's going to spray out 5 or 6 feet from your body. That's all, man. It's under pressure.
It's not
But
going to
again,
gush out.
there's spacing that we're not privy to because of the dimensions of where the people are.
Mhm.
There's a grass area behind them that's really in depth, and so on a camera it makes it look closer. So there's a lot of factors that we're not privy to. The ground could have been just a bloody mess. We don't see that. It's because he's falling back. So
Mhm.
away from his shirt, away from and on the neck, and it's going out like this. So it's the ground could have been a mess.
Mhm.
Validating what you're saying.
Mhm.
His arm,
Was it though?
his arm's covered in blood,
Yeah,
and he's getting
Like I said,
carried
we can only see what we see from that view.
I mean, we actually were told that somebody shot up a Catholic school too, and we saw one of the victims laying against the wall, waiting for first aid, I guess, with a bullet hole through her arm up here, right up here,
Yeah.
already dry, and a tourniquet down below the wound. I'm like, that's not real.
There's a lot of
I mean,
false
like, yeah, you can
flags.
see-
I agree 100%. I mean, I don't trust
Well,
anything.
if you're
I always,
bullshitting you on other things, why would you think this is absolutely real, especially with all the anomalies?
I didn't
the
say
rain-
it was all real. I said there's a lot of things going on here, but one of them is I believe Charlie Kirk's life was taken. I believe it was
Yeah, I
he
do
was
believe
killed.
you.
I believe he was
But I mean-
assassinated. That's the
I
only
mean,
difference.
look how clean his shirt is here, and now just after the bullet, look at all there. Look at that. That's all
When
blood.
he's-
Oh, that's
when
all
he's
blood.
when he's carried out, his arm is covered in blood as well.
See, it's still going. It's still flowing. That's all blood
It-
flowing from his neck.
It's flowing. Yeah.
I mean, then he fell onto the ground. They picked him up to try and get him out. That's what they did.
I found the word I was looking for. A squib would actually splatter if they had a blood pack in it.
Oh yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if they're-
The squid explodes outwards because it's
And
Which is controversial because most of the Hollywood producers didn't like them, so because they're not realistic. So the pumping,
But also, a squib they would be able to see because it would be like a patch here, and they would have just put makeup on it or something. People would be able to see it. There was nothing there.
now if they had a blood pack with a tubing, it would pump like that, like your heart would.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got a mechanism, a picture of one of those mechanisms. Trying to find it. They use them in movies. And I'm serious. I think this is just a movie. I don't believe any of this is real. The way that everything just changes from minute to minute, and the excuses that come up are just really lame.
It was
And what's
definitely
with the guy that stood up cheering? Did you guys hear that one? His
The guy that,
explosion.
yeah, the guy that was on someone's neck and he was like cheering after he got shot and died.
Yeah, he was standing up there and he's like going USA, USA, and everybody
He
else
was
is getting
apparently
out.
a lefty.
He said that was his military training told him to stand up.
Apparently he was a lefty.
Mental expert.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was right in the line of sight too, wasn't he? He was
Here's
right
something
there.
that was interesting too. Did you see what Donald Trump put out? Like right
What?
after? He put this
What
on his Truth Social, and it's
Oh, yeah.
nice. And it says, "The great Charlie Kirk, rest in peace." Now, why is there an Israeli flag in this?
Because Charlie Kirk supports Israel.
No, he didn't. Not in recent
Yes,
weeks.
he did. Yes,
in
he did.
recent weeks, he'd been calling out Netanyahu's policy in Gaza. He
Doesn't
said
mean he
that
didn't support Israel.
I know that, but he'd been talking about Epstein being a Mossad agent and everything. But even if he did support Israel, who the cares? What has that got to do with him at all?
Well, you
Why
care
is everybody
because
trying to
you
poke
got
that
an issue with him
why
having
is
an
everybody
Israel
trying
flag.
to poke that damn despotic country in my face all the time and make me think that they're all important and everything? I'm in America. I don't give a crap about that dumb place. Now, what got me was, what was this Shlomo Pearl? Did you see that down at the bottom?
What is
Yeah.
that?
What's
Do you-
Shlomo pulled? I mean,
that
Okay,
a-
well, I did a search. What Shlomo Pearl? Shlomo Pearl was someone who survived the Holocaust by joining the Hitler Youth. In other words, hiding right under their nose.
Mhm.
Now, what does Shlomo Pearl have to do with Charlie Kirk getting killed? And worse off, he was America First. Wasn't the thing called Turning Point USA? Not Turning Point Israel. It was Turning Point USA, TPUSA. But they keep, and the first person that was out there to tweet of notoriety was Benjamin Netanyahu. Oh, and by the way, the Jerusalem Times was the first outlet to report on his death. I'm just saying, what is all this Israel? Why are we having this all the time?
Because
I
people
don't
hate
get it.
Israel.
Yeah, that
Well-
was posted on Truth Social.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was on Truth Social. I think he's the
That's all.
only member of Truth Social, really. But it always ends up over on X anyway.
Cindy posted that she said we must try to watch this. And let me see what they say.
Shocking and deeply disturbing assassination of Charlie Kirk, and I'm still at that stage of shock where it's still not even real to me that this has happened. Perhaps predictably, which is also shocking for me to say, predictably, there's been an online anti-Semitic response to this, somehow trying to suggest that Israel was behind it. I know, me neither. It's shocking for so many reasons. First of all, because Charlie Kirk was one of the most staunch non-Jewish supporters of Israel out there, and even though he was facing growing pressure to cave in to the anti-Semitic, anti-Israel right in America, he held the line, he held firm, and I knew he wouldn't change because he was so he believed at a biblical level that God blesses those who bless Israel and curses those who curse Israel. So I knew if he believes that, he's not going to waver from that. But at the same time, he was facing a lot of pressure, and so to say that Israel would want to get rid of Charlie, I mean, I hate even indulging in the narrative at all because it's so disgraceful. There's no evidence at all for it, but Israel actually saw Charlie as a massive asset to explaining Israel's case to the world.
Welcome to Second Life, the cinematic metaverse, where every detail is crafted.
And what's been so shocking to me, I'm going to show you this clip of Dave Smith in a second, because Dave Smith actually, surprisingly, refreshingly, pushes back on all of this and calls out people that are doing this. But people that knew Charlie, even those who are very close to him, and I don't want to say some particular people's names because they're still human beings going through grief. But even in their grief, they've pinned it on Israel. That shows you the madness of anti-Semitism. That they say this. But what's been remarkable...
I think the lady protests way too much. I really do. This is... it definitely wasn't Israel. Look, there's Israel fingerprints all over this shit, too. They tried to make it... I mean, even this plane that left and turned off its transponder from the airport that's only like 12 minutes away from the scene.
Yeah, I told him that. I said that.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of this shit, and it's like you had Netanyahu was the first person to tweet out about it, and it don't seem like they're all broke up too bad about it. You had Trump at the baseball game the same night, cheering on and dancing to his little YMCA song. They ask him about how you doing the next day. I'm sorry about your friend Charlie Kirk. How are you doing? He says, I'm doing quite well. But if you look over here, we've broken ground now for the new ballroom for the white. What? You're going to just segue right from that to talking about your ballroom getting built over here.
Well, okay, well, he did a national address and everything, and he did he did go online. He was all over telling and the national address.
Did you see his pinky disappear during that statement?
No, I didn't see his
pinky. His pinky, I think it was an AI thing he did. It didn't even talk like Trump, really. The guy that came on my show acting like he was Trump did a better job than that did. I have to say that.
Yeah. But he was Trump was mourning him, and
he looked like
was on there a lot.
Baseball game, smiling, shaking his fist up in the air to that song YMCA. He looked really grieved.
From what I understood, Charlie Kirk actually helped him pick out a lot of his cabinet members too. He's very involved in the political process with Trump. So,
well, he had an Air Force honor guard. They flew him. They took the body away from the crime scene across state lines using Air Force 2.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance just happened to be there. And listen, I'll tell you what, this thing about, if you look at his coffin, that thing's tilted at an angle. It's 33 degrees. It's 33 degrees. And they tried to make up some kind of a bullshit explanation as to why they were doing that. That he was resting his hand on his friend's shoulder is what that was, because it was on the coffin and everything. I'm like, no, that was a signal to somebody. I don't understand how this is playing out the way that it is playing out. He wasn't military, okay? And he wasn't in the government. He wasn't a government official of any kind, yet they treated it as though he was military or he was that. And to get the body out of there before any kind of an autopsy, anything, you're not even supposed to take the body across state lines. That's what they did with Kennedy as well.
Yeah, that's the same thing they did with Kennedy.
And there again,
I don't disagree with, there was way too much funny business going on. Way too many.
I agree. There's a lot of fake things going on. Funny, but that doesn't change the fact Charlie Kirk's dead.
No.
Yeah. Maybe. He might be. I'm not convinced. I've seen too much of this kind of shit go down before, and you end up, after the dust settles, you find out, son of a bitch.
I understand why we're skeptical, absolutely, 100%. I just sometimes
we have to be skeptical.
Absolutely, 100%. But we sometimes just jump too quickly into it. It's a psyop. It's a psyop.
No, I didn't. At first, I thought it was real. And as I started dissecting every little piece of it, I was like, no, this has got bullshit written all over it. This thing has bullshit written all over it. And like I said, it's central casting, baby. Central casting. And I don't, if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I watched his wife giving that talk. And I'm like, I got such a Robbie Parker feel from that. It wasn't even funny. Just within the first 5 minutes, And the only time the one time where she got really emotional was when she mentioned Donald Trump. She's like, and he loved you so much. And then bam, right back into the talk. And I was like, this does not have the feel or the appearance of a grieving widow. That short of a period of time after her husband was just supposedly slain in public. And I'm like, this is just, I don't know. There's something really weird about this. Something really weird. I'm not the only one. A lot of people have come out and gone, man, that I showed her talk on my show. I showed my talk on her show. And I watched
the one he was saying looked fake to you. So is it this one?
Yeah, there was a thing about his baby finger disappearing while he was talking. Yeah. He moved his hand. And see, this is the thing with AI. They can't get the freaking hands right. I was talking to DJ New Moon. He came on the panel and I was talking to him and he said that's the biggest problem he's got with using AI and people and shit is always screwing up the hands. It's always screwing up the hands.
Teeth is usually the biggest giveaway. Teeth and hands.
Yeah. But it didn't even really sound
to my great fellow Americans.
Sorry?
It didn't even really sound like him the way he talks and shit. It just didn't.
Well, this is on the White House government channel self.
Of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate.
Go back and slow it down. Go back and slow it down when he lifts his hand up.
In Utah, by you and Charlie was a patriot.
No, that's just a fade. It's just a fade. So in other words, remember they do pre-recordings. That's just a fade.
Okay.
Charlie was a patriot.
Fade.
Disappeared and came back.
No, the thing is they do these pre-recorded. So they faded it in together. That's all. So he probably messed up his line and they faded it in.
It was two cuts.
There's a cut. It's a fading cut.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. That's not a cut.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
That's not a cut.
That's a cut, man. I know. I do a lot of recordings.
Well, yeah, the middle finger at least like slides up closer to the index finger. That's all it does.
Look what it does.
Horror. Charlie was a patriot.
See?
Yeah, he just moved. The finger didn't disappear. The middle finger just goes up closer to the index finger.
Yeah, look. You're gonna see the fade and everything.
In his face, too?
Look. It's starting to fade already. Look, it's getting invisible. Right. See, there you go.
There, it disappeared.
He's got 5
now,
fingers.
How come his face didn't change? It's still seamless in the middle of his word.
How do we know he just didn't pop his hand up?
Look, his everything moved. The whole thing of him. You can see
frame by
frame, his whole body moves.
They put a cut in the middle of a sentence?
Yeah, but see, there, already cut. You see the cut already again. And another one. There we go. Literally just a fade. So he probably messed up his line.
Okay.
So they re-recorded and they just faded it in. Sure. Because they take the best parts of his speech and fades it in together.
Oh, okay.
It's not AI. I'm sorry, man.
Sure. Okay.
Anyway,
completely.
Let's see what he has to say further with this thing.
Refreshingly, is that Dave Smith, who is deeply anti-Israel, but in the sort of right wing of America, has called out all this nonsense. They say a broken clock is still right twice a day. Let's have a watch of this, because this is quite, the fact that he is now breaking ranks with them, it shows just how shocking it has been. Have a watch.
Just try to stay away from that bad force. And I should say, one more thing that I just, because I, of whatever, I don't even want to get into the politics of any of it, but I did see, Ian Carroll, and I'm not trying to personally blast him or anything like that. I'm not starting any feuds or nothing like that. You know, I've said nice things about Ian in the past. I know he's said nice things about me, but I see him out there and like, and I've seen a bunch of other people doing this, but it's just like, if you want to go look through it, I mean, it's just crazy. But like, he had this post about how Israel did this. Israel just murdered Charlie Kirk. And you know me, I don't know. I'm biggest fan of Israel, but I literally just replied and I went, what evidence do we have that Israel was involved with this at all? And I mean, man, if you want to be disturbed, like go look through the replies to that. It is unbelievable how people put together theory. You know, they're like, what evidence do you have? By the way, the answer is none. We have absolutely no evidence. There is absolutely no reason to even suspect that is the case, let alone to determine that it's a fact. And all the things people are posing, it's just like, guys, Jesus Christ, man, I'm sorry. I just don't go for sloppy, kooky theories. Like, if you got some evidence, bring it to me, and I'll be the first one to look into it. But then people going like, he was waking up to Israel. Like, dude, he said release the Epstein files, and he once on an interview said like, you know, the pro-Israel people are getting a little too crazy when they're accusing even me of being anti-Israel, but that's about it. And like, you know, to his credit, he defended like having me at the thing and having Tucker and Megan there and stuff, but like, you've just got no real theory here, and it just makes no sense at all. Like, telling me the government of Israel took out their number one guy who still had influence amongst young people. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry, guys. I was saying, what are your guys' thoughts on that? I see soft dropped.
Yeah, I think so.
But I agree with what he's saying. I think it's totally ridiculous.
Oh yeah, him. Oh, this guy on TV. On the screen on TV. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Because it's true. I mean, where is the evidence? You know, I'm more than happy to see. Just present the evidence. But I mean, just like Sov was now saying, he thinks that's AI from the White House. But you can clearly see the fades and cuts. This is the problem I have, guys. People want to see issues where there aren't issues. I agree we should be.
I know we want to be skeptical. Skeptical, yeah, we've got to be skeptical. We've got to test things, even scripturally, absolutely. But we don't have to just keep jumping in psyop. And I know Sov looked at it and all that, but I looked at it also, and I think the opposite. I looked at it also, and I think the opposite. You know, I do see that there's funny stuff happening. I don't believe it's the shooter. I honestly don't believe it's the shooter. I think he's a patsy. But I believe Charlie's gone.
Yeah, I do believe
the ring.
I think that
the thing where it says it, the ring swap thing, guys, it fell off. I've got pictures of it falling off.
There's actual video footage of him busy flipping it between fingers as well because it's open. He plays with his rings a lot. And he's played with it in his ring quite a lot. The fact that it's open and when he got shot, remember, that's quite a jolt. It's that push can easily cause it to start falling. And I mean, it's frame by frame, it picks it up.
Yeah, and King Nico was talking about his hair wobbling back and forth. That's because he maybe had a bit of gel on it, and it got a jolt. It's going to move. It's not like he's got really short hair.
It shows
his hair slicked back.
It shows the ricochet off of the vest and hit his neck, and that's why the artery burst and he started.
Right. And I mean, yes, I mean sometimes the artery will spray, but what if those, I don't know, something obstructing it, like a bit of flesh obstructing it, maybe. I don't know, a bit of bullet travel. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think people need to take a step back sometimes and think, okay, yeah, we're part of the truther community. What is the actual truth? Not just be so skeptical that you want to see issues where there isn't issues. Yes, there is definitely red flags, but again, there's red flags in a lot of things. That doesn't mean the person didn't die. And that's why I asked specifically, what character are you talking about? And he says fake. It's like, well, if you go look, he has dental records. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And I know he's I know he wasn't a politician. I know he wasn't the president. But look at JFK. He died.
That's the thing.
Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it. Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it.
That's the thing. People are also believing that Charlie Kirk had a good, how can I say, position to be able to be a future president.
Yeah, he had a lot of
He did.
political
He had a lot of influence.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But like I said, there's a positive thing out of this, though. The positive is there's a lot of more people standing up and taking on what Charlie did. And they are pushing the gospel through this. So I think it's a great thing.
Well, I don't think Ben Shapiro is going to be pushing the gospel out of it.
No,
So-
he's Jewish. That's a different story. But what I'm talking about, if anybody has ever watched Charlie Kirk's debates through the years, God always came first. God was always first in anything he pushed. You understand?
The only question I got about now personally is the funeral, and I was looking at the casket. They didn't show his face, but the body didn't look right. It looked almost like maybe a made up mannequin, almost the way it looked to me. The hands.
There's the footage of it. Let's see if I can-
Yeah, I saw that too, and it was it looked like an action figure. It didn't look real.
Yeah, like it was a mock up, like a wax figure, almost the way it looked.
Yeah, it did look.
I
weird.
haven't seen the funeral, so I can't say. Let me see. Do you guys have any footage of it?
I got some here. If you want me to share it with you.
Okay, he has one with his wife.
So I bet you, yeah, that's what you mostly find.
Yeah, that's definitely his wife.
Yeah.
They're just showing some things. They're not showing the actual funeral.
Oh, so Sav left, huh?
Yeah, he left.
Okay. Well,
Again, I got nothing against Saul. We have our disagreements. I just don't agree with what he's saying at all. Sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, we can't agree on everything. I mean, doesn't mean we have to be. Still be
enemy. Yeah. No.
We're still. Hopefully, we're still friends. I get it.
I don't see why you would be.
No, I
Or
know.
would.
So, anyway.
But yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to say what I see.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a double. I don't see it his wife changing faces. It still looks like the exact same wife who's been with her, for years. I mean, people also have to understand, if he's really faking this, that's sick, because he has literally a few months old child and I think a 2-year-old child. They got to grow up now without their father. And if you're saying this is all just that or being fake, you know what I mean? That's sick.
Yeah.
Why would, if you look at Charlie Kirk's character, would he do this? For what?
Do you think everybody else that's ever got involved, like Reagan got involved in politics, they had an assassination attempt against a lot of people that go into politics. They got to be prepared for this kind of thing.
Yep.
Like I said, I know he wasn't president or anything, but JFK was assassinated, and I really don't think it was Lee Harvey.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was a patsy. Yeah, that was.
He was the
exactly.
guy.
Yeah, it was a.
Yeah, right.
This had this.
And Jack Ruby, I think he was kind of a fall guy. Also,
But that's the thing where it comes in again. People actually die in these events. Okay?
Yeah.
People have to understand that there might be fake things or things in hoax, but it doesn't mean actual people don't die. Have a bit of heart and sympathy of the people that actually do die. You know what I mean? They try and make it sound like it's so fake. No, nobody died. And it's not the truth.
Well, it just shows you the callousness of politics. Like they don't care who gets assassinated as long as the agenda gets filled. The two-party system, they don't give a crap about their actual candidates neither.
Yeah,
that's exactly my point. I'm asking exactly. Where is it? If he's still alive, what now? Does he have to hide away for the rest of his life in secret locations? His family, his friends. That's exactly my point. For what reason? What would be the
reason? Exactly.
What would be the reason for, and what does he get out of it? Never sees his children again. Never sees his wife again.
Yeah. That's a good question, and I don't see like anything like on the horizon that would actually benefit him and his family. But I mean, if he's being groomed or taken care of, his whole family will be taken care of for the rest of their lives, regardless of the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he was rich anyway from everything he did. He didn't need any money supporting. His family was supported for life anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like he would need to do this for money. What is the actual motive behind this to fake it?
Right.
There's just nothing there.
Well, if you look at like the insanity of the left, how extreme they are, and if they actually would try to kill him, if he's a dead man, they won't go after him.
Look, they could have killed him anytime, anywhere. They did it in public on purpose, mass psychosis. We're not getting the
send a message.
They're trying to send a message. It's a spiritual attack, and more than ever, we need to lean on Jesus, man. I mean, we are living in some extraordinary times, and we even, stuff like this happens with a multifaceted purpose. There's multiple purposes for this. One of them is to divide us, and so
and it's working so far.
Yeah, it really is.
Not sure what you mean, Sov. So you have to buy into PSYOP and suck up to the despotic government to be a man of God. No one said that.
No, I never questioned your faith, brother. Ever, not once. No, I didn't say anything about that. I just disagree with. There's some things I agree with you about, and I just disagree that I believe he was really assassinated. I'm sorry. I just didn't see a body double. There's a lot of stuff. Does that mean we're gonna just like be disagreeable and be mad at each other and stuff like that just because I don't believe the way you do?
You also got to think about it. That body double, if it was, he's a very good body double. He sounded exactly like him then.
Oh yeah.
Literally just laid his life down for what?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just it just doesn't gel. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Let's take it back to Trump. Do you think that was more staged than this? And you saw his body.
I think Trump was more staged.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he survived.
The shot to the ear. I disagree with that. I think he was shot in the ear.
No, I know he was shot, but I think it was more staged though. It's difficult to say though.
Yeah.
But again, that was also the shooter, if it was really that guy, well, obviously, because I mean, they shot back and killed the guy, but you can see he was not a trained marksman. You understand?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to point out. The difference between there and to this event, this guy had to be a trained marksman to get that shot that he got off Charlie.
There's definitely.
It was much more of a difficult shot compared to with Trump's.
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't think Trump was ever in any danger at the time, personally. I think that they knew about it previous because it's a Secret Service. This is the president, man. They're going to go through their checkpoints. They know what
they should have happened. Yeah, they should have took out that guy on the roof a long time ago. He was up there for like an hour. They were freaking.
They wouldn't even
right
they
at
wouldn't
him.
even.
They were looking
right
at him. Yeah, so I don't.
I ain't buying that.
There's definitely some funny business going on, but I believe he was shot in the ear, and I believe I think he had divine. I think he was divinely protected.
Could be. You never know. It could be a fluke that it just.
I love you guys. I don't care if you don't. You don't have to agree with me.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's like I'll give you, for instance, and this is just a personal experience. My father was sitting in our house one afternoon after I was at work, and a car drove through our house at over 100 miles an hour. It crashed through the house, and my parents were caught right in the front room. The only thing that saved their life was the fact we had this hideaway couch that caught the car and it ricocheted off, but a brick ripped my dad's ear completely off. And they did their best they could to sew it back on, but from that point on, his ear was jacked up, dude.
Yeah.
If your ear gets sewn back together anyway, it does not come back looking like a normal ear. That's just personal experience from what I've seen in real life.
Yeah.
And comparing the two, like I don't know if Donald was actually shot in the ear. That's what it looks like. It looks pretty
I
staged.
think it was clipped. I think he was clipped by a ballistic. I think he was clipped. But
I'm looking at the casket now. Yeah, those hands do look kind of.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah,
Almost,
the hands
almost
look-
latex.
Yeah.
And it's
And
weird
this
they
is-
didn't show the face.
Someone said something. I think it was my mom said, "This is a very personal moment between her and her husband.
Yeah.
Why are we filming this? What is it?
Mhm.
Why do we have to put a camera here? You know, I don't. This is none of our business. We should back up and give them some time. I mean, really, everything has to be on the
Right.
internet now. I mean,
But
seriously,
I'm thinking of even the color though.
the
on his
color,
hands.
Yeah, look at his
I
hands
mean,
there.
I've been around quite a lot of dead people, and that's not the color of a dead person's hand.
Nope.
No, they usually get kind of
It
gashy.
seems very wax-like.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And then
that's
she
a bit
says,
odd.
"God bless you." She said, "God bless you." Well, he's in heaven, dude.
Yeah, I mean, to
Definitely.
me, that-
It's
bit
it's a
odd.
weird. It's a weird.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
yeah,
not
that's
trusting.
definitely her though. That's definitely
Yeah.
her though.
I'm not trusting anything I'm seeing with this. Just personally, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
It'd be better if I were there and looking around.
So yeah, that to me is weird. I think
Well,
that
they-
is. It could just be like, they wanted to have a personal thing with him, and then this one they're doing for publicity, so they're not using the real Charlie. Could be that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I
Maybe
mean?
we
Because
should show them to show closure for the people, the public that was so involved in it.
you understand,
Maybe
so it's a
that-
political thing why they're doing it this way, but they actually did a personal private service with Charlie, his actual body. You never know.
yeah, that's a pop.
So
a
it's a possibility. We can't rule that out.
Right. I agree.
Well, think about this though, if you would. If there's so many people asking questions about it, why would they try to hide anything at this point? Just saying. I don't know about anything. I wasn't there. I didn't arrange the funeral or anything. And my grandmother, she wasn't embalmed, and I got to go see her body before they buried her, and didn't look nothing like that at all, man. I said my goodbyes. I even gave her pretty much a hug for the most part.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. That is also true. The embalming fluid does tend to discolor the skin once dismembered, but that seems a bit too orangey for me.
Yeah, it's usually a lighter color.
Yeah.
And you would actually see the bones. I don't see any bone structure really in it.
It
It's like
seems he's not puffy at all. Usually when you're deceased, your hands go a bit puffy. It's not puffy at all. What's up, Vicky? How's it going?
Dick Wayne saying I support baby dick mutilators in chat because I said Sob's not a man of God. Sob blasphemes all the time. You can say what you want. I can have an opinion. Don't tell me I'm not of God. Like, you don't know me. You're just some dick, literal dick.
And by the way, not all Jews are that sect of Jew. It's not every Jew that does that.
Like, give your head a wobble because I said somebody blasphemes all the time. And you're like, says who? Says everybody that's ever listened to Sov.
Chill.
No, I'm sick of it.
Babe, don't let people get to you. You said you weren't coming in tonight
Saying
'cause you knew this would get
I
to you. So why
support
didn't you say it?
baby dick mutilators. What
It's
shite
ridiculous,
are
I
you
know.
chatting?
Okay, well, that is really below the belt, Dick. If you're gonna say things like that, I'm sorry, you're asking for some timing out. You know what I mean? That's no. So I would really appreciate
Do
it.
you know, I said to him because he said that's
Yeah.
he said that's your opinion. I said yeah, and then he's telling me you don't talk for God, nor do you, Dick, nor does Sol.
See, even Debatable D's completely with you on this.
Well, that's your.
No, I know.
That's an opinion
But
that
it's
people
true.
have, Vicky.
It's
People
true.
have an opinion.
But don't say I support baby dick mutilators. You are sick in the mofo head, mate.
Mate,
Sick.
don't let him get to you, babe. Jill.
Yeah.
sick. You know
Chill.
nothing about me. You see,
But you
little
see,
bit
that-
of me on YouTube.
but that's the
Don't
problem.
let
Say
anyone
that.
The big
manipulate
issue-
you.
But you see,
Why
Vicky,
not?
that's the problem. That's the problem, unfortunately, why I said I don't want to be part of the Flat Earth community. Because of things like this. People don't want
Yeah.
people to have opinions.
Yeah.
While they claiming, you know, they can say what the hell they want. But if someone else has a different opinion than them, you're just wrong. And then they say the most disgusting things. I mean, even I've had the most disgusting things said about me and my children, my wife,
The
and
most
things
vile.
by
yeah, the-
so-called
I've
flat earth
seen it.
truthers because they don't agree with me.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, if you dig in deep into a lot of those people, they're not really flat earth truthers at all.
1 minute they're saying 1 minute they're saying it's fake, it's all fake. Then the next it's Israel. Make your mind up.
Yeah, so Israel did it because it's fake. Okay.
Do you think a man of God would have faked his own death in front of his wife and kids just for the hell of it? What's he gonna do? Go live with Tupac and Elvis?
But that's what I'm like saying. Where are the positives in this for him? What's his motives for faking his death? What motives are there? He's already got all the money. He's already got all the publicity.
There could be political. I understand there can be political motives in a psyop, but he wasn't. He's not even a politician. You know what I mean? It's because of what he stood for.
He was actually going into the political games.
Yes, he was.
That's why I say he has a chance to
but he
become
he
president.
wasn't- Yeah,
But
he had a chance. Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
I
already
suppose.
had,
Dude,
like I said, he's had everything made for him already. What would be his motive to give all that up? He's got
Yeah.
two very young children, a wife. He's got all the money he needs. He's got all the political backing he needed.
He was
If he
spreading the
wanted to run
gospel.
for president, tomorrow, I promise you, he would have a very good chance of becoming president.
He was.
look, we know there's psyops all the time going on. We do, but you've got to have discernment. You've got to have discernment and trying. We can't just go straight in. We've got to be skeptical, 100%. Even the Bible says test everything. Test
David
things.
Banner, I blame
But
King Nico.
Don't just run straight into. Don't just run straight into psyop every time.
Well, I tell you what's going to be a real tell with this is the actual trial of this guy and how they. That's going to definitely.
Well,
They'll.
Yeah.
Mark 4:22.
I'm putting it up now.
Yep. Because ultimately the truth will come out. And so, you know, and it's just no matter what however it turns out, but we have to remember that.
Amen.
Well, we don't want to have like the same thing with like JFK 30 years down the road. People are still talking about this thing because they want that in your face constantly. Instead of like dealing with real.
Nothing hid, for it is nothing hid which shall not be manifested. Neither was there anything kept secret, but it should come abroad. Exactly.
It's going to come to light. It will.
At the end of the day, I
out.
think people, at the end of the day, I think people should, like I said, take a step back and, you know, just show some compassion. Somebody had died, fake or not.
Flats, can you get rid of Dick Wayne Spanner?
Oh, he's still going on.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
still-
You was warned.
Yeah.
Now you guys can do with him what you want. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's over to you, babe. It's up to you. What you doing?
There you go.
Oh, don't you worry on that.
But anyway, like I'm saying, guys, have some compassion. A guy died. Okay? Yes,
Right.
there's some red flags and things, but it doesn't mean the guy did not die. Think about even the people that were there at this event. Young students, young children. They scarred for life seeing this in front of them, okay? If you've ever seen things like this happen in your life, it sticks with you forever. I mean, I've seen some horrific things in my life too that I can still see graphically in my head today from when I was young. Okay.
Yeah.
It stays with you. It's not something that just goes away overnight.
No, of course not.
It even changes people. And the sad thing is people are so cold today that they just want to say it's fake. So therefore stuff the guy that died, stuff the people that's involved, that's actually, you know, going through PTSD because of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of those people not even want to go to public spaces now because they're scared they can get shot.
Hey,
And then when real trauma happens, you everything that does happen for real is not. They're going to think it's fake, and sometimes people handle trauma like it's fake. And so, what's reality to you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's what they try to distort for the most part. They're going to distort the reality of it, and that way, when something really does happen, you don't know if it's real or fake, and you have no belief in anything.
So when
hold on, babe. Let me say this a second. Someone says 33 is written all over it. Listen, the other week, I had 666 subscribers. I also had 666 videos at the same time.
You
know, there's loads of 666, and I had a moon as well. You know, you see numbers all over the place. Yes, they'll use their numbers.
But that's the thing.
They'll use their
but
numbers.
that's the saying. Just because there are still symbolism like 33 being used and things, because you still have to understand, even in the Trump office and stuff, they are Freemasons, people. Okay, in the FBI, they are Freemasons. They can use an event like the death of a person and make it symbology based on what they believe. It doesn't make
100%.
the actual event fake. It doesn't make the event of the guy who actually died not dead. And I think it's really heartless of a person to say, well, there's so much 33, so the guy didn't die.
But also, like, so when I was 11, my dad died suddenly, dropped dead in front of us. And I struggled for years to get to grips with the fact that my dad was there and that now he's gone. So when these kids are going to have childhood trauma from this, whether it's through remembering, which I doubt, but the videos are there, you know, it's all there. These kids are going to be traumatized as it is. So to then go and say, well, it's fake, it's all fake, it's adding then to the trauma them kids are going to go through. Because for somebody who's been through a sudden death of a parent at a young age, it is hard to understand.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I have something I had to jump out, but it was good seeing you guys.
It was great having you in, man. Always a blessing having you.
Bye, Vicky. Blessings, guys, and I hope to see you. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Here, I got some for you, Flats. Ready? 33 is written all over it, man.
No, it's not. That's E. That's not 33. That's E.
Oh, crap. Let me mirror that. There you go. 33.
There you go. That's the one. That's the one. Here, I've even got a little moon to go with it. There you go, guys. A little bit of moon.
But
V for 5.
The point,
5's a number. You take 2 from it, you get 3.
But the point what I'm trying to make is sometimes people want to look too deep into something, and because how we are in this so-called truth community, we kind of dig ourselves too much into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you have no control over these situations for the most part. You just got you're an observer in this, especially in.
I mean, I will roll the so compassion to a person that's died, then rather just say, "Oh no, all of it's fake," because I see fake things happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You seen the kids who were there and witnessed it. They were traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this isn't as much as some of you want it to be a conspiracy theory. It's not. A man died. Who killed him? I don't know. I wasn't there. It wasn't me. Do you know what I mean? But he's dead, whether you like it or not. And I feel like by saying it's not true is disrespecting his family, all of them.
I agree. Okay, Dick Wayne, hello. I hope you can apologize to Vicky with what you said.
No, Dick.
I got no problem apologizing.
Right,
but let's set the record straight. What did Vicky say first?
I did.
See? Doesn't even want to have a conversation. Just
don't yeah,
excuse me?
You said a very disgusting.
What's disgusting? What exactly did I say?
You called her a baby dick biter.
No, I said you support people who mutilate
yes.
the genitals of baby boys. What
There we
is
go. That's-
circumcision?
No one
doesn't-
supports the mutilation of baby boys.
Okay. Then why do you support Israel?
Because God's chosen people, as the Bible tells me to in Joel 3, Romans 11, or the whole Bible actually.
Okay. So God's chosen people told them to mutilate the genitals of their baby boys.
Not mutilate. Genesis
Are you
17 is
kidding
very
me?
specific. It's not mutilation, okay? It's a sign.
It's not mutilation.
It's a
What
sign-
is it then?
It's a
Sorry.
sign. It's a sign of the how can I say it? I'm trying to think of what the right word is.
Tough to say, isn't it? Tough to justify.
No, I'm trying to think of the right word because I think in Afrikaans, so I have to translate it to English. Okay?
Okay, no, go.
It's a sign of their commitment to God's law. That's why they do it. And you know
so
why?
God's law is
you know what?
to remove the foreskin?
It was part of their commitment. It was to show their commitment.
You said of God's law. So it is
Yes,
God's
the
law
old
to
law, the
remove the
Quranic-
foreskins of baby boys.
Do you know what the old covenant was?
The Levitical law says it, yes. I was actually doing the Levitical laws today live.
And you know they do
Yes,
it at
says
8
it.
days old.
What God
Wait,
would
Big Wayne?
ask for the mutilation
Big
of
Wayne?
a baby boy's
Big
genitals?
Get rid of
Wayne,
him.
do you know why they did it at 8 days? Do you know
Sorry?
specifically why they do it at 8 days old, when the baby's 8 days old?
No, I have no clue.
Because that's the time when it heals the fastest.
Oh my God. So because it heals?
That's actually a miracle
Are you
in its own.
so are you saying so wait, let's go down to the basics again. You're saying it's God's law. So God makes baby boys not perfect.
No, not what I'm saying.
What?
Let me try and put it this way. Do grown-ups...
Why do you have to
What?
remove something from their
Okay,
genitals?
Okay, do you know that it's a sign of purity? Do you know that those days people could die a lot of diseases and things, and cutting the foreskin was a hygienical thing. It shows the hygiene. Even today, a lot of people do it for hygiene purposes.
No, okay, I got to stop you there. There's nothing hygienic about
Yes,
it.
it is. It's
You are
very hygienic.
exposing what is arguably, you are exposing what is arguably a man's most important organ.
Okay. Let me put,
Okay, it is the
why do people?
half of the reason we
Why do
have
people?
more
Why
people.
do grown-ups
right?
today go for circumcision, for medical precision circumcision?
You know why? I think most of them do it because of this, because they're told from birth.
No,
Oh, it's
no.
hygienic.
Atheists.
Oh,
Atheists go for
actually
circumcision.
nowadays it is more.
Atheists go for circumcision. Buddhists go for
Excuse me?
circumcision. I mean, Christians go for
Yeah,
circumcision.
because
It's not a religious thing. It's a medical practice.
It is
Do you know
a-
why?
there is no reason for it to be removed.
So you obviously have no idea why they medically remove it.
No, I don't know why
I suggest,
people feel it
you go do
necessary
your
to cut
research.
the foreskin.
I suggest you go do your research into it rather than trying to play ignorant.
I have done my research.
And what is your research on it?
I have a foreskin myself. I've never had an issue.
Not everybody has
I know
issues.
many
I'm not
people who do
circumcised.
and
I don't have
have.
an issue. I'm lucky with that.
Well, time will tell, won't you? Maybe why Americans have so many penile issues at 40, starting at 40, is because they've now exposed what should be an internal protected organ to the elements. You know what? Think of it like this. How good is a sword without a sheath? Do you know what the sheath is for the sword? Protects it from the elements.
Are you
right?
trying to tell me that circumcised people
You
doesn't
equate
have
the
exact-
penis with a
Yeah,
sword.
wait. So you're telling me
Why
people
not?
that are
Well, yeah, I'm using an
So
allegory.
you're telling me people that are circumcised cannot use their junk correctly?
I never said that, did I?
It works exactly the
I
same.
never said that,
circumcised
did I?
or not.
But you know what? Do you know what? Talk to a woman who's had both. I
don't need
guarantee
to
you
because I
they
have a
will say
godly woman that's
foreskin
only
is
had
better.
one man, so I don't need to. Anyway, do you know why?
Excuse
Do you
me?
know why the people do it medically?
So again, you
Because it
just
reduces.
ignore it.
It
Talk to a
reduces-
woman who has
listen,
had both and tell
because
me
it
what she prefers.
reduces infections and some certain cases cancers.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
it doesn't.
does.
Where's
This is medical. This is literally medically backed up. Now I'm telling you, remember in those old days, were the hygiene practices different than we have today?
I don't know.
People
I
died
wasn't
of
there in the old
diseases,
days.
infections at an early age.
Because of the foreskin?
And it's in the Levitical laws. So you question what the Bible says. You're obviously not Christian then.
Sorry, I'm really passionate about this whole circumcision thing.
Well,
This
it's
is
in the
where I
Bible. I'm
come from.
sorry, it's in the
I
Old
find
Testament.
it.
It's in the Old Testament.
Well, then the Old Testament is bullshit. And who
Well,
worships a
sorry,
God that
you're
would
wrong.
demand a blood,
I
You're
worship
wrong.
fucking
a
blood
God.
ritual
I
like
worship a
that?
God
You're
that
wrong.
created you.
Yeah.
Okay. You worship the God that created
Yes.
me? Who's that?
Jesus.
Jesus
Yes,
created
he
me.
did.
Okay. And Jesus agrees that cut that foreskin
No,
off.
that was the old Levitical law. That was specifically for the Torah keepers. Those were of the old law. When Jesus came, he had the new law. Okay, the new covenant. That old covenant,
Circumcision wasn't a part of it.
the circumcision was of the old covenant. It was to show their commitment to God's covenant. And what's great about that is it
Wow.
helped because of hygiene purposes. Because remember, people died of infections a lot those days. They didn't have the advancement in medicine.
Yeah, no
They didn't
kidding.
have the advancement in medicine that we have
Are
today.
you
When
telling
people
me-
got infections, they usually
Sorry.
90% of the time died. So, if God was
Did-
not what,
and
because
you're, are you
God-
saying they
you
were
wait, no, let me
infected
talk.
because of they had
So
a
because
foreskin?
God, because God loves His people
Yeah,
so much,
I know. You just
He
can't
was
keep up.
very.
I'm
he
going
was
to the
clever
toilet,
enough.
Dick Wayne. Look, it's got anything to do with
Yeah,
you.
he should read the Bible.
And yes, I've got.
He should read the Bible. But anyway,
I've never read the
you
Bible.
should. That we
Well,
can
you
I've
clearly
read
see
should.
you've never read
Genesis.
it.
You should.
Oh, I should,
Yeah.
should I?
Yes,
And if
you
I come
should.
to a different
Yes, you
conclusion
should.
than you, what
Okay,
then?
let me put it this way.
Are you going to tell me I'm a fucking idiot and
Okay.
I'm wrong?
Hey,
Why
gentlemen,
don't
can
you
I
read the
interject
Bible?
for a second? I want to say something right quick. The reason that they did this back then is to separate the Jews from the Gentiles. That was how they could tell them apart
Yes.
originally.
It was commitment to God and to His laws. It's exactly. But like I'm saying, but the underlining thing of that is hygiene. God knew hygiene. Remember, He needed His chosen
God knew
people. He
hygiene.
needed His chosen people to survive, and many people died through infections. Okay, it was a very unhygienic time in life. But that's not the point we're talking about. You not
Okay.
reading the Bible seems to be your problem. Why don't you want to read the Bible?
You want to know the honest truth?
Mhm.
Because I have a trouble reading. It does something to me where I can read well, no problems there. But I end up passing out if I read too much.
You can use an audio Bible if you want to. You don't need to physically read it.
Yeah, I could. But so what? Again, if I read the Bible and I come to different conclusions than you, from what I understand of the Bible and what I've heard over my many years, I don't agree with a lot of your conclusions.
Okay, but let me.
I think the words say different.
Well, that's the thing. Don't you think that's unfair to say, well, I've ever read your book, but I'm going to tell you how rubbish the book is? Don't you think that's a bit of a...
I never said the Bible is rubbish.
You just did. You just said you've never read it and you're telling us we're wrong.
I'm not trying to say that.
So will you go and listen to what
I'm
the Bible
saying-
says then? If you don't want to read it, get an audiobook.
What happens if I don't come to your conclusions?
That's your problem.
what I read.
You've been given the choice to be able to hear
It's a
God's
problem.
word, and it's up to you to accept it or not. I can only plant the seed and say, man, I care about you. Jesus cares about you. And at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide. I'm not going to badmouth you or anything if you choose otherwise, man. Because everybody's been in this.
badmouthing a
Everybody's
lot.
been in this crossroad in their life. And Dick Wayne, I love you, man. I love you, just like Jesus loves you. And I think the reason you feel so frustrated about this is because you feel the tugging towards God, and you don't know how to deal with it. I really do believe it.
No. My relationship with the Creator is my personal business. You don't have the right to tell me you're not following the Bible. You're not a person of God because you don't agree with everything I read.
Well, have you read the Bible? No. So I have all the right to tell you you're not following the Bible because you agreed you have never read the Bible. Don't you think?
Okay.
Don't you think that's a logical argument?
Nope.
Yeah. The thing is, dude, I got nothing.
Because if I come to a different conclusion to what is being said, then you're going to tell me,
No.
nope, you're wrong, you're stupid.
No, I won't say that, man. Like I said,
you read it wrong.
No.
Or it means this. It doesn't mean what you think it means. It means
well, Dick,
this.
let me put
I
it this
have
way.
the one
Can
true
I challenge you
translation.
to do something? Can I challenge you to get an audio
Go for it.
Bible and try listen to some of the Bible, and then get back to me whenever you feel ready, and we can have a discussion on this? Because I'm not going to badmouth you on this, man.
Look, I don't like getting into this religion shit because it is too subjective. It is pure subjection. It is all based on your personal opinion of what those words are saying.
Are you
to
scared to say
subjective
wait.
can only be art?
Are you
I'm
scared?
not afraid to argue anything.
But-
I am not afraid
So
to
I'm going to
share
challenge you on
my
this. So like I
personal
said, I'm going to challenge you on
thoughts.
this. If you're not afraid, I'm going to challenge you to go and get an audiobook on the Bible. It's free. You can get on YouTube. It's free. And listen to some of the Bible and then get back to me. How's that? Will you do that? And I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, man. I got nothing against you. I pray love of God of you. And I pray that God opens your eyes.
Except I don't support Israel.
You don't need
so
to
you have
support
all that.
Israel, man. Everybody has their own walk in life. I support Israel because the Bible tells me to. If you don't, that's your own problem. That's why I say I don't have an issue with Solve. If he doesn't support, that's his issue. Everybody doesn't have to agree with each other.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so if you want,
It's like
I can even read the Bible
if
to you.
Somebody comes to a different conclusion than you do of the Bible, then they're garbage.
No,
they're
I
not men of God,
don't say
they're
you're garbage. No.
blasphemers, and
Let's put it
need
this
to get
way,
right.
Dick. Let me put it this way. I hope that's your real name. Sorry. The thing is, if I at least get
My real
you,
name's
if
Richard.
Sorry. You said
My real name's
okay,
Richard.
Richard. Well, sorry,
My real name's Richard.
Richard.
I'm sure.
Is it okay if I call you Richard Rolder? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
call me.
Well, if you ever just want to come talk to me about the Bible, I'm more than happy to talk to you, man. I'm more than happy to read the Bible to you if you want to. I'm not going to judge you.
I listen
Okay,
to you.
I don't need to judge you on anything on the Bible. I'm simply here. I'm telling you, Jesus is calling you to him. That's why you feel so pulled and towards this. You understand? That's why you feel so frustrated, because you're fighting to know God. You're fighting not to know him. You want to deny him because you're scared of what the Bible actually says.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious. The Holy Spirit is in me, dude. I know
So
exactly what
yeah,
the Holy
you've
Spirit is
got me
telling
all psychologically figured out to a T.
No, I'm
do
not
you?
saying that. I'm saying I
Because I
care for
haven't
you
read the Bible.
because Jesus tells me to care for you. That's what the Bible teaches me to do. You do know that.
Yeah, and you're telling me I'm scared and I don't want to. I'm scared to face the truth of
I
the
speak the
Bible
truth, man.
because
I'm
for some
sorry. Even if
reason,
it hurts, I do speak the truth.
you speak your opinion.
I speak with the truth. And my opinion is you're scared to read the Bible, and that's why you don't want to read it. Because you're scared of what it says.
I'm not afraid to read the Bible.
Well, are you going to read what it says then?
No, I'm not afraid of what it says.
Then you're going to read it. You're going to take up my challenge.
You know why? You know what? Also, I don't trust men, and the Bible is written by
It's
who?
inspired by
Men.
God.
So, and it's been changed and cut up and mutilated.
No, the message has been the same message ever since its conception.
According to who?
According to what the Bible has always said. From Genesis to Revelation, it's the testimony of Jesus Christ.
Which Bible?
All the Bibles.
All the Bible.
Doesn't matter which Bible translation you get, it's always going to come to the same conclusion. Jesus created us all. Jesus died for our sins, and we get to spend eternity with Jesus if we choose to keep him. If we deny him, we will be unfortunately separated from him, and we will go to the place which is not set out for us. That's what every Bible says. And I don't want to see you in a place of separation. My heart is for everybody.
worry
My
about
heart is
me.
for
I'm-
everybody to be with God for eternity.
I'm just fine.
Well, that's your choice. I'm just
not
going to pray for you
afraid
that you open your eyes,
of
man.
what the Bible could tell me. Flat Earth brought me to, hey, you know what? The Bible does have a lot of truth in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I'm not going to judge you, man.
But now you're telling me, oh no, you're wrong. You're wrong.
You have never read it. I
All
can
you
say
do
you're
is
wrong
judge.
because you haven't read the Bible.
Yeah, so you're judging.
No, that's not. It's just literal fact.
No, yeah, well, you're allowed to judge situations. He's not judging you. You're allowed to judge situations. You're
Calling
allowed
me
to use your
scared to read the
discernment. You're
Bible.
allowed to use your spiritual discernment. You're allowed to do that. He's not being hypocritical by.
I have to use your spiritual
That kind of
discernment,
judgment is meant to be, thou shalt not judge, even though that's kind of affected. That is meant to be for if you are being hypocritical. Don't judge while you are doing something wrong also. That's what that's about, you know? So you're allowed to judge.
But yeah, like I said, dude, if you ever just want to talk offline as well about this, I'm more than happy to talk to you, man.
Well, I listen to when you talk about the Bible, and actually I stopped listening because you're just like everyone else. I read it and I determined this is what it says. And if you disagree with me, then you're stupid.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that
Basically,
way.
you didn't understand what I read.
I'm sorry you feel that way because I've made it very clear many times that at the end of the day, I just say what the Bible says. I'm going to call out someone who is heretical to the Bible, because unfortunately there's a lot of heretics out there which try to change what the Bible says. You would know this if you've read the Bible yourself.
Okay.
I think King Nico's full of crap at the minute, to be honest. Whoever said that earlier about what do you think about King Nico bringing the videos out?
I haven't
Lately,
watched King Nico's
he's
lives
full
on
of
this lately, but I do see he's pushing a lot of AI nonsense on it. But I mean, we've been seeing lately he's been very invested into AI kind of thing lately, which is quite scary. RV, I think he's lost the plot a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, yes, Eugene, it's called
But
Righteous
Richard,
Judgment.
thanks for coming, man. If you just want to talk, just let me know, man.
They're emotional.
I've no issue against you.
Yeah, okay.
And
no,
I just take it a bit easy in chat, okay?
Yeah, you do.
That's all I ask, man.
He's been Vicky Bandit, Vicky hit him.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Righteous Judgment, Eugene. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You're allowed to judge as long as you're not being hypocritical.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is the guy's never read the Bible, okay? But he wants to tell me what the Bible says.
It's like Luca when he tries to debunk the Bible and he hasn't read it. He just brings scripture that he thinks is contradictory or whatever, you know. He doesn't read the context. He hasn't read the Bible at all. At all. He just brings the scripture. That's why I ended up not doing the second part with him all them months back.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's sad because unfortunately I come across a lot of guys like Richard who it's just they're very staunch against Christianity. They're very staunch against the Bible, but they've never read the Bible, or they've only read parts of the Bible, or they've only got the information which they get from other people. And I think that's a wrong way of looking at truth, because if you want the truth, you got to unfortunately go look at the other side. And I get this with the same as the people that are against Israel. They only want to look at the one side. They don't want to look at both sides. There's a big bias, unfortunately. So yeah. They say Nico's live right now. Guys, please hit the likes. It really, really does help the show. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, I paid for it.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back now.
Yeah, I kind of stay away from King Nico's now.
I never really was like super fond of him to begin with.
And I only started hearing of him when the TFE thing came about. I know he was about before that, But I only started really hearing of him then. And I agreed with him on all the TFE stuff. But he's going a little bit far now. You know what I mean? He's going a little bit far. And the way he let FTFE make him look like a fool by doing press-ups and that and getting beat by TFE, by Craig. I mean, come on. Why would you do that? Doing press-ups? No, I'm not going to do press-ups for you. You're mad. If I do press-ups, it's for my own fitness, not for you to gawk and laugh at. Idiot.
It's stuff like that makes us look foolish, man. You know.
Jesus wouldn't ban anyone. You don't know Jesus then. Jesus would ban plenty of people. He would tell them the truth. He would tell them that he loves them, but you need a time out. Of course he would ban them, you numpty. You think Jesus is like an airy-fairy dude that just says, oh, I love you. I love you. No, he's not. Look, he pretty much caused a revolution, didn't he? Jesus, he mashed up the bloody temple with a whip, turned over tables because of a righteous anger. Jesus was no pussy. Simple as that.
That's the way to put it. Yeah. Yeah, people always want. They made some weird persona that he's like, turn the other cheek kind of thing. Yes, that was in his mantra saying, but he was also very stern, especially on so-called believers. Do you know that God judged you even more harshly if you are influencing people away from God and you're claiming to be a Christian?
Of course he's stern. To his best mate, one of his best mates, Peter Simon, who he gave a lot of responsibility to, get behind thee, Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he was strict, to the point.
Yeah, and I mean,
he had to be.
And that's exactly why people are, people, I don't know, they get very angry with me when I call them heretics and things. And I say, well, it's literally not what the Bible says. And that's why I'm so against like people with like Satan short seasonists and, like Jesus is the Father and stuff like that. It's literally not against Scripture. It doesn't work. And my job as a Christian is to be straightforward and honest. So I wouldn't be honest if I didn't call them out for the heresy. It's as simple as that.
It's one thing I can't say about Wesley. He does believe in the Bible, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Wesley.
I know I disagree with Wesley on a lot of stuff. He believes in the Bible.
I got nothing against Wesley.
Yeah, I've changed I mean, my feelings have changed towards him. He used to anger me a little bit, but my feelings, I've actually unbanned him from my channel, but he doesn't even know. Well,
I got no issue with Wesley. I just think he has a lot of cognitive dissonance when it comes to the Earth thing. But as a guy self, I don't see an issue with him.
Yeah, he used to really anger me, but I feel differently now. I know what I mean. It doesn't mean to say I think he's brilliant.
He thinks he's more brilliant than you are.
I feel he was more brilliant than before. I'm only joking, Wiz. I hate you, really. I'm joking.
Oh, we never even read the votes out yet. 101 votes. Charlie Kirk AI claims means he didn't die. Yes, 27%. No, 39%. Could be 14%. Not sure, 21%.
I think
so. In other words, what that meant was because if AI, does that mean he really died or not? That's all that it means.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see people think there wasn't an actual death.
Well, I don't think making AI video or claiming it's AI in a video is going to prove anything one way or the other. But people are buying it. So,
look, it's very possible even to the event happens and afterwards AI manipulate the video to try and discredit the event. That's also very possible. But does that mean the event didn't happen? No.
Even YouTube now, like I watched a video a few weeks ago, and I don't know if I actually made a video on it or put it on a live or if I just watched it. I can't remember. But it was a guy who put a video out a while back. Then noticed his friend sent him a video and he said, "Look at this. I uploaded this video to YouTube. I don't know, 2 months ago, a year ago, whatever." And then when you look back on it, YouTube had put AI parts in it. The hair looked different and stuff like that.
No.
So his mate, the one that was made the video, was tested it, and even his guitar, he did something on the guitar, and the pickups looked weird and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, YouTube was manipulating videos. So we know these things can happen.
Okay, this is King Nico's thing. He's like pulling out gematria again. You also have to be very careful with this sometimes, because you can also place symbolism and meaning into things that aren't there.
Fallen Angel. The Shooting of Charlie Kirk, authored by Anastasia J. Casey, was published and released before September 10th. There's the 888 decode, because the author of the book that came out and then was removed off of Amazon equals 888, also equals Donald J. Trump. It is a satanic ritual.
Wow. Anastasia J. Casey. Let's see who's that. That's what it's saying. The Shooting of Charlie Kirk.
Thank you, Wesley. He says, I've been influenced by PJ. I call my kid numpties. I love it. That's cool. Numpty's not a strong, it's not a strong insult. You know, numpty's not that bad.
Okay, he has a whole thing. The Economic Times. Who is Anastasia J. Casey? Mysterious book. The Shooting of Charlie Kirk surfaces online a day before tragedy. Charlie Kirk, a conservative political American activist and an ally of U.S. President Donald Trump, was fatally shot dead at an event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. Police of Utah have released a new video of images person of interest. Okay, yeah. Kirk was speaking at a debate at Utah Valley University when authorities say a shooter fired a single round from a rooftop, fatally striking him in the neck in an apparent targeted assassination. Authorities continue the investigation will hunt down the shooter. Okay, this was earlier. Screenshot of a book titled The Shooting of Charlie Kirk, a comprehensive account of the Utah Valley University attack. The aftermath, America's response, credited to an author named Anastasia J. Casey, was surfaced online. The book reportedly appeared to have listed publication date of September 9th, 2025, one day before the shooting occurred. Though the book listed has since been removed from Amazon, screenshots showing the book's cover, title, and date circulated widely on platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter. Users questioned the timing and authorship. The listing reportedly appeared on Amazon for a short time before being taken down. Images of the cover, title, and release date quickly recirculated on X, sparking widespread speculation about possible foreknowledge of a cover-up. Can someone investigate this perhaps? It's now been pulled from Amazon online listing. Who is Anastasia Casey regarding the credibility of 9.9 published date? How did this book get out so quick? One user wrote. Another post read, but check this out. Another book published today. How the hell can you get a book published up for sale in such a short time? The social media users went a step ahead and drew comparisons to past events. A book entitled The Shooting of Charlie Kirk by Anastasia J. was appeared on Amazon with a publication date of September 9, 2025, a day before the assassination. One person commented. This is like the 911 reporting strangers something off and how quickly they're marketing of these books. There are 2 to 3 more published yesterday about Charlie's assassination. One on Pateron 3. Okay. Who is Anastasia J. Casey? Though little is known about Anastasia J. Casey, social media's users are questioning the legitimacy and the background of the author, adding an additional layer of mystery to an already tense situation. Netizens are asking how Anastasia J. Casey published a book about a Charlie Kirk shooting the day before it happened. Amazon, in a statement, said that they have taken down the title in question. We have content guidelines covering which books can be listed for sale, and we remove books that do not adhere to these guidelines. The title in question is no longer available for sale due to the technical issues. The date of publication that had been displayed for this title, while it was briefly listed, was incorrect. And we apologize for the confusion this may have been caused. The title was published late in the afternoon of September 10th. Amazon spokesperson told TOI. Charlie Kirk was shot dead on Wednesday during an event of Utah University's massive manhunt and will be under catcher perpetrator. The shooter who killed Charlie was loose on Friday. So there we go. It didn't come out a day before. And by the way, I want to point out, AI can write these books like this, correct? You can literally get AI to write a book like this for you and then quickly try and publish it.
Yeah, it's easy to do, but the thing is that this is just muddy in the waters to make it look like it's something that it isn't, or is it actually true? That's what you got to investigate that, find out how.
That's what I'm saying. Amazon says the publication date is false. It's wrong. I mean, you can make an AI book now in 5 minutes if you want to, and quickly go and try and publish it on Amazon if you wanted to.
Yeah. Can I address something right quick? Flats, did Duffy say he emailed you with an invite to go to TFE?
No.
Did he? He never said he did. He said. Did he send you an invitation? I thought he did.
No, he never sent a formal invitation.
No, he didn't send it.
The only thing he ever sent was was on his second video, whatever, on his channel. Remember, not even with the title or anything, and just saying participants.
Yeah, but he didn't email you personally. No.
His excuse was he never had my email address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that has to do with everything to do with Max and McToon that day when they did their show, right? They were showing how you could change somebody's email address in real time. Yeah.
Hey, I see. What's up?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just about to go and block you now. But no, that drunk debunk thing, I made it clear that it wasn't real hacking. I just used the words that drunk debunk did use with the clip I got. I made it clear that it's not real hacking. I said it wasn't good to do so because you can record that and make it look like the creator has said stuff that you haven't. I made that clear, bro. You know what I mean?
And my whole point.
All right, bro. I'll go and block you now. I didn't know you were blocked. I couldn't even remember. It must have been a while ago.
It was a while ago, yeah.
I'll go.
But anyway, like I was saying with this book,
I'll
with that Anastasia, though, it's very easy to take an event that happens now, get AI to write a quick book for you on ChatGPT or whatever, make a quick AI cover, stick it on Amazon. You can do that. It'll take you a few minutes.
Yeah.
So it's easy to create a false flag with that. And especially because Amazon only picked up, oh, wait, look, this is goes against guidelines. They had to take it down. And they showed the publication date was actually on the 10th in the afternoon, which was already after the event happened. So that's why you actually have to look about these things a bit better. That's unfortunately King Nico is not really looking at that. He's just looking at
He's looking for
and this is my point. People are looking for issues about this. And that's exactly how we started with that first stream that they were talking about with the ring. It was the same with the bullet, where it's all been debunked already, but now it's already got it.
Like I said, I've got pictures of the ring dropping and the microphone.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I just think people have to be a bit more cautious when trying to do research on things. Don't just accept everything as it is.
Is it under Icy Spin? Is it the account?
That is so true. Sci-Fan Man Dan dance anyway wearing anything. That's the problem where AI is getting to now. AI can be used quite dangerously these days. If they're used in the right ways, people are not going to know what's truth from not truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why people have to be even more diligent today when doing research on things.
I think that's why they made it, to confuse people.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be long. I wanted to come on and talk. It's hard because I'm driving, so I wanted to just talk with Roger real quick. I think we might be talking past each other, but I was talking about when you accused Max of being a hacker, like the initial thing that got Vlad to kick Max off when he was trying to reconnect his audio. And I called you out for lying about that. I don't know if you were mistaken, but it certainly seemed like
I was a little mistaken. I thought it was.
perpetrating
I thought he was hacking. Yeah, I thought he was hacking it to start with, and all because of what he did with McToon, and showed how he could change an email address in real time.
Well, no, that's not what we saw on our end, and I'm not saying that what it appeared to look like on Flatzoid's behalf, and one of our community members, Eva Ray, just happened on the page at the right time and captured the screenshot.
Got you.
Did I break up?
Yeah.
I found you.
Yeah, you are
All
breaking up a tad bit.
My
Well,
mistake.
it does seem a little bit disingenuous to go in and deface somebody's email in real time, and like you could make it look like
But
that. Flatzoid changed his
what
email
happened.
address, and well, yeah, I didn't say that's what happened. No, the fact is that Duffy said he emailed him, and the reason was because he couldn't get his email address. So that was the question and point. The Duffy did lie about it originally, but he did email Flats with an invitation to TFE, which he didn't.
Okay, but my
That's you on ban now. I've saved it. It took me a while to find it.
yeah, appreciate that. My point was that what it appeared to everyone in the community, and I've watched that video several times. It's like a long, very, very long streak. But there was a gap in time from when MC Toon was chatting with Flatzoid and ended up kicking him off, and the stream carried on, and MC Toon got to a super chat from a community member of ours that said, check your DMs. And MC Toon went to his DMs, like, this is all happening on stream. And he sees that this person in our community captured a screenshot of the spelling mistake. And MC Toon showed it and joked about it. And so on our end, I'm not saying that Flatzoid's not being upfront about it, but it definitely seemed like he was rushing to add his email address after the conversation with MC Toon and misspelled it. And she just happened to be looking at that time because we were discussing the topic. So she likely was curious about, oh wow, he really doesn't have an email address. But she just happened to be there before the spelling mistake was corrected. And the only reason that I think you mentioned Max was that he just happened to be commentating with MC Toon during that stream, but he had absolutely nothing to do with it. He was just there, like, just, you know how we do. I would just laugh and look at different things and stuff like that. That was literally the only purpose of that.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
got
what I was saying about that.
Yeah, I get it, and it maybe I jumped the gun with it. So yeah, when he came on, I just didn't trust him after I watched that clip out of him and McToon going over the email and how he could do it in real time, change it right then.
See, when you're saying that part right there, I really don't have a reference what you're talking about. Who was talking about changing an email in real time?
Yeah. We covered it on this show actually one day, especially right after Duffy actually claimed that he did send the email to Flatzoid.
So, but that was not something they. That was like that's not what you're saying. That's something I would have brought up.
I think McToon and Max were actually talking about it on one of his streams live.
Yeah, I mean, I even showed how you can literally change it live. I even showed how you can change it live.
Yeah, right after.
Is it your position that you didn't have a spelling error, Flatzoid, and that it was something different?
Yeah.
No, he never had a spelling error.
I didn't have an email on, and then after it was pointed out to me, I put the email up. That was it.
Yeah, he didn't misspell it. That was a joke that was running with those.
But
guys.
also you also have to know McToon lied when he says he never had my email address. McToon has debated on my show 2 years prior to that. So he had my email address. There's even emails between us, even on MDD as well. So
I don't even think that's
Duffy
the point.
wanted my email address, and he said Duffy asked him about my email address. He said, "And I have it." So McToon was lying from the get-go about not having my email address. Even Duffy lied about not having my email address because if he really wanted it, he could have just asked me.
Yeah. And the fact he's had my own email. So the fact is that we got so many lies from that side that we don't trust anybody when they come in and mess with stuff, man. That's really.
I'm looking at it from just the logical, like the way out. There was nothing. Everything seemed on the up and up on our end, and it seemed like it was a genuine misspelling. And then there was a lot of stuff that happened after that that wasn't really warranted, like what you
The
said
thing is,
about Max,
I've had the
Roger.
history of people hacking my channel and stuff.
Me too.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of issues like on that. But you know what? I don't really care about that anymore. All I know is McToon and them are very dishonest people, and I literally want nothing to do with them, actually.
Yeah. And you know they'd say the same about you, right?
They can say what they want. They're just projecting.
Are you gonna have a debate with Res Rhetoric coming up? I meant to ask
Yes,
you.
apparently I'm in the talks with Roger right now. Not you, Roger, other Roger.
I know.
Red wants to have the debate, so it might happen this weekend. Trying to get it set up. I'll probably finalize it this week with Roger.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, be great because I mean it's been wanting to have this debate with Red for a long time, and he's never wanted to do it. So it'd be great if he wants to finally settle this 11 frames issue.
Yeah, I think everyone would like to put that debate. So
Yeah.
I hope it happens
Been a few years.
sooner than later. It would be nice, but yeah,
I thought we
well,
kinda already
it's
did
been
that.
forever. What has it been, like 8 years?
Yeah, it's 7 years now, I think.
Yeah.
6
All
or
right.
7.
Well, I just wanted to come on and I don't know if Roger, if you wanted to apologize to Max, or if you felt like you're just going to leave it where it's at.
I don't
but
mind apologizing to him at all. Not at all. But I did seem like I was a little put aback when he did show up after I knew what was going on with the emails and stuff.
Yeah, well, Max wanted to have an honest talk with Vlad, and his name got ran through the mud in a matter of 10 seconds for no reason. So that's why I was pissed off. That's why I fucking website. So that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to take up you guys' time. I know you guys are doing a dialogue. I don't really want to go back and forth on a particular topic right now. I'm kind of busy. But I just
remember when
wanted
you?
to
Oh, sorry, I
for a
thought you
moment.
stopped talking. Sorry, I thought you finished talking.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, excuse me.
Sorry, sorry. I was just about to ask Flats, and when you got hacked, remember, it was about half a day your channel was hacked by, it was taken over by another.
I struggled for at least a
wasn't
week
it?
just to get everything back.
Back to normal, yeah. It was about half a day they took control of it, wasn't it?
A whole
They
day. It
put
was a
on
whole day.
live
It was
news,
a whole day.
news, and
It was
I
a whole
believe
day.
that,
yeah, a whole day.
I was
sure it
lucky they
happens.
just private. It was lucky that they just private all the videos. I thought they actually took it down. So it was,
I hear all the time. Even I don't know if you guys follow like any like Kid Boga and stuff like that, but Jim Browning is a guy in the like scam baiting community where they'll call people and try to basically keep them on the phone and keep them from stealing money from other people. But Jim Browning is a guy that does a lot of undercover work, and he actually got himself. He's very renowned in that space and got like himself.
You're talking about Jim Browning, the scammer. Yeah, Jim Brown. I love Jim Browning, man. I'm sub to him.
He's
Brilliant,
fantastic. But he got himself hacked on a phishing email. I think it was a YouTube AdSense email. And so it's like, no, if he's gonna get himself into a position where he can actually be fooled too, like yeah, of course it's happening with creators. So
I like what the scam. I like what the scam baiters are doing now, man. They're actually getting them back. They're shutting them down and stuff. But as fast as they shut them down, they open up again. But they're doing their thing. They are doing their thing, man. Yeah. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah, it's
it,
entertaining. Yeah,
and you understand why I was cautious about it, because it happens a lot, man.
I just wish you would kind of hold your tongue, say that maybe you have a theory or a hypothesis, but until you can confirm things. Like, I know it's like FOMO, you want to kind of be the first on the scene sometimes, or like put something out there, but just be a little bit more careful is all. I've had to learn that the hard way before, but there's no reason to really run someone's name through the mud if they didn't do anything,
Well, I didn't really run his name through the mud personally. I just said what I said. I know what I said.
I know.
I think I think from both sides now, the globe and the flat earth kind of has to, I don't know, almost like, just kind of come to an agreement and move on, because it's been from both sides where people are really disgusting towards each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
and it's from both sides. So
yeah,
obviously there's some Globers that I still want nothing to do with though, but I do feel sometimes flat earthers have been kind of unfair towards some people, and vice versa. I mean, even I've been unfair to some people, so I'm not gonna beat around the bush about that. But that's why I concentrate more on scriptural kind of things these days.
yeah.
Obviously, I still do flat Earth like Fridays or whatever. Now they ask me to do Thursdays rather because I go fishing on Fridays. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to do flat Earth. It's just I concentrate more on other things scriptural rather than flat Earth.
Right. No, I see that. I think FTFE was doing something similar with trying to get more into, well, kind of that arena, but the opposite. But you understand, like if people are moving on, things are changing.
But he didn't want to debate me on scripture stuff though.
Have you guys even kind of
Yeah, we talk quite
that?
a lot still on Discord. We still talk a lot on Discord there.
Interesting. Well,
yeah, but that's
hopefully maybe he'll run across this and have thoughts about it.
Because now and then I just want to find if he's still okay, you know what I mean? Because he's still got to go for that operation.
Yeah, he's getting prepped for that. I know it's been tough for him for sure. He's had a lot of personal stuff going on, and he had to move kind of on a whim. So that wasn't easy. But yeah, man. Well, I mean, I hope you guys have a good day. I just wanted to come on for a minute. I've got to run and catch up for the start of the week. You understand? So, hopefully I can drop in again sometime soon in chat. But you guys have a nice day. Okay.
Anytime. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming.
All right, appreciate it. All right, bye.
Thanks. Yeah. Is it already that time, guys? Can't believe it. The stream went quite quickly.
Didn't it?
So, what are your guys' closing thoughts, though?
Yeah, good stream. I still, like I say, when it comes to Charlie Kirk, I'm still in the same position. I still think the same thing. And still prayers for his family. But I do think, obviously, they've made a situation out of it. Maybe you call it a psyop if you like. They're definitely. It seems to me and it seems like that dude's a patsy. The shooter's a patsy. But in my mind, I just in my heart, I just know he's dead. You know, he's dead. He's gone, and it's a shame. And it's an absolute shame. But yeah, good stream.
Mm-hmm. And you, Roger? People still hounding you about going to Antarctica?
Oh yeah, of course they are, but not as bad. And that was just Mikey just now. He just called me. He wants to bring his new observations out and present them to everybody. He wants like an hour so he can get on somebody else's stream too, like Sob's or yours, or he's checking around, seeing if anybody wants to do
I doubt he's really going to get anybody after what he keeps calling people and stuff.
Yeah, I know. But that's I don't know. Everybody likes discrediting people on a regular.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Mikey. I've never badmouthed the guy, done anything, but the things he said about me on his streams and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, why must I platform him? I've platformed him so many times, and he just goes away and then says bad things about me. So I just don't see the reason to.
Well, if you start doing activism and go out in the street and start hollering at people, then he'd stop hollering and get mad about it. That's what he wants everybody to do, what he does.
Well, I do online activism. I don't need to go specifically out to the streets to do it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I get it. But, and the thing is that tolerance is a hard thing to find. A lot of people aren't.
Anyway, I've got nothing against him. I just don't see the reason for platforming him if the things he said about me.
I haven't seen everything he said about you personally. I know he did. He was jumping mad because of something. I don't remember. It was PJ got mad at, right?
Yeah, I did a full stream on him. We made up since then, absolutely. But he knows that I think some of what he says is wrong. You know that. Especially when he's judging Jim for his observations and things like that. Also, when Jim makes no claims on them. Jim makes no claims. He just shows what these P900 shows him. That's it. He doesn't have a voice in it. He just shows you the sky. That's it. Makes no claims. And for Mikey keeps saying they're out of focus and all that. When he's saying that's not what it actually looks like and all. He's making no claims of what it is. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
Making no claims. I like Mikey's observations, but he's not the be all and end all. His observations are great, but he can't be right about everything. No. But yeah, no, I like what he does. It's just sometimes I don't like his attitude. He knows my. I'm cool with him. He knows that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd still help him out if I could. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Well, it was great having everybody in. Guys, please do me a favor. You can hit the likes. It really does help. I mean, we've had triple amount of people in than the likes, so I'm sure we can get the likes up somehow. But appreciate you all. Hope to see you all tomorrow night for another awesome stream. Many blessings, and may the pressure be with you, and hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers, guys. And wait, by the way, thank you all my Patreon supporters. You guys rock. I am busy setting my OBS up properly because we're going to start doing this on OBS. I've cancelled my restream thing. So we're not going to be on Restream much longer because people are struggling with the Restream a lot. So I'll be on OBS, and anybody on the panel is probably going to be going through either Zoom or StreamYard and Discord. We'll see how it goes. But,
as long as you get the show done, man, is what counts.
And just quickly, Michael did a test stream for live streaming today on OBS, and he's going to start doing a little streaming here and there. I don't know. I doubt he'd do every day in that, but he's going to do a little streaming here and there, I think.
Well, didn't you know he's now also a shield because he has the crown of thorns around his camera now? So.
Oh,
no way.
I'm just joking.
I'm good. Oh, good. I was only being serious.
Cheers, guys. See you guys tomorrow night. Remember to hit the like.